Well, hello and welcome to episode 2 of Dirge for Exalar, here on Dork Tales. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm your Dungeon Master Kelly, and I'm excited to be here tonight because I get to ruin these poor sods. It's going to be a great night for me, and it's going to be a night for them. One that they won't soon forget, I hope. How's everybody else doing tonight? Y'all good?
Yeah.
Doing
Great.
good. Quite well.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. So, without further ado, why don't we just go ahead and start introducing ourselves and let you get to know us on a personal level. Let's go ahead, and I'm just going to go in a full circle again. I'm going to pass it over to James.
Hello there, everyone. I am James, and today I use he/him pronouns, and today I'm going to be playing Aodan, the wildfire druid Furbolg. Yes.
Thanks. All right. Kel in the corner.
Hey, it's Kel from up the road. I use she, her pronouns. I was last seen in Secret of Exeter House, and I'm playing Sheriff Fernbridge here. She's not much taller than Pippi, but hopefully she's more effective.
We'll find out. Passing it down to Kat.
Hey everyone, my name's Katrina, and I use she, her pronouns. And tonight I am playing Muse. She is our Uwusi Tabaxi.
All right. Over to Robin.
Hello everyone, I'm Robin. I use she, her, or they, them pronouns, and tonight I am playing Tharena, our cleric of Zonos.
Who's a great guy, really, honestly.
Oh yeah, Plague and Prophecy. She's one of them.
I gotta tell you, the history behind Zonos is fun. Ask me on the break, because I actually created him after some hallucinations I had.
What?
It's a long
Highly appropriate.
It's very appropriate. I got when I was living in Japan, I got the flu and was prescribed some medication, and my teacher explained the kanji to me wrong, of how often and how many I should take. So I took 5 times the recommended dose, and then had fever dreams.
Ooh.
Some pretty creepy ones, actually, and I'm like, huh. Well, I can kind of see what the old people used to think about this kind of thing, because that was a vision quest. I think my arete went up. It was nice.
Nice.
Yeah, right? Finally get that time magic in there. And finally, Trizelda.
Hey, my name's Traz. I use he/him pronouns, as is my character Ziel Avano, the Psy Warrior.
Nice. All right, and before we begin, a quick shout out to 3 people of note, actually. Number 1, the artist who did the art for all of this is our good friend Kiyoshuki. Kiyoshuki is a fantastic artist. You can find her link in the credits, and she does fantastic character art. She's incredibly reasonably priced and is just like one of the fastest artists I've ever met. I strongly suggest, if you have some character art that you want for yourself, get her while she is still affordable and isn't like an art rock star, and help propel her into success. Number 2, thank you so much to Michael for designing these amazing overlay frames for us so that we look spoopy as hell. And finally, thanks to Krista for making us look good, because Krista just tightened up my cowl. You can see Krista in other games of ours. Same with Michael. They are both in Deadlands Blood Drive, which is available on every other Sunday usually. So, yeah. All right, without further ado, is there anything else that we need to... Actually, there are a couple things that I want to just put on the table real quick. So, number 1, just to outline, I'm going to be much more constant about saying when the offer is on the table. If you're joining us for the first time now, the offer is basically I'm going to let people cheat slightly, but it's a coin, so when it is flipped my way, I get to cheat and do bad things. It's a way that I get to have a little more fun personally, and that the characters can be a little more heroic, dramatic, etc. Number 2 is we are changing the determination system. Determination is a mechanic. You see that D on the screen right there. Normally that means you get to add your proficiency bonus again. We are going to change that for this because this is a desperate measure. So right now we are going to call determination desperation. And the way that it's going to work is, right now, your proficiency bonus is +2. You are going to roll 1d3 when you use your determination, or desperation, whatever you want to call it, your D, and you add that. To do that, you're going to take a d6. If you've never rolled a d3 before, you're going to divide it in half, rounding up. A 1 or a 2 is a 1, a 3 or a 4 is a 2, and a 5 or a 6 is a 3. What this means is you have a 30% chance of getting, 33.3 repeating, chance of getting better than your determination normally would do. You also have a 33% chance of getting less than it would do. and about an equal chance of getting the exact same. It does make things a little more wild, a little more chaotic. I was going to do 1d4, but that was a little too powerful for you, I thought. We're going to scale that up as y'all level. Besides that, we are going to be using an alternative damage system because y'all don't necessarily have access to good weapons when you get them. So what I will be telling you is, this is a mechanic I got from Bob the World Builder on YouTube, and I like it. So the way that is going to work is if I give you something that, like, say, a rusty machete. If a normal machete would do 1d6, a rusty machete may do 1d6 disadvantage. What that means, you don't have disadvantage on the roll, you have disadvantage on the damage dice. So you will re-roll the damage dice and take the lower of the two numbers.
Will that be if we, like, improvise weapons too, like earlier when last episode when Traz made, like, did you make a club?
I have a part of a chair.
I let him use it as a club, but yeah, so in the future it will be like that because I want to play with that system and see what we can do. And then the last things that I need to ask you as a group is how mean on a scale of 10 do you want me to be? It's a horror setting, so let me know. So, like, I
don't want to die today.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, Kelly is usually like a 2 on the mean scale in games, I think, like out of 10.
I would like to make it to episode 5 at least.
Like, what I'm thinking is, like, does mean directly translate to likelihood of us dying from powerful enemies, or
we paid for art. You're not gonna die, like, not before episode 5 anyway. There's way worse things I can do to you than death.
So we're talking about, like, mental torment.
See, like, that was my next
like,
question.
here's the thing. I'm asking this question, and Trez has a good excuse for not knowing what I mean when I say how bad it's going to be.
True.
And Robin has a little bit of an idea, but you three have been in my live action games. You should know that it means
I've died twice. I think it's a reasonable question to ask.
but you got better.
Well,
asking
no,
for, like, your
we don't know about one.
your usual D&D meanness, or is this, like, already accounting for the fact that this is a horror setting meanness?
Basically, this is do you want me to make this even spookier?
Wait.
Yes.
I'm gonna say
I don't have time for Nafandi. Nafandi takes too long to set up.
Okay. So that means we're maxing out at about 6 or 7 here then. Okay.
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna say
6 or 7.
about 8.
Yeah.
About 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, about
Right,
8.
yeah.
Okay, so
I'm
that
already-
means nothing good without something bad. Cool.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, fair.
So
Yeah.
then I just
We're in
need
a
one
bad
last thing and then we can
situation.
start. And that
Hey,
is...
that's better than nothing good, period.
This is
Right.
true.
So, because I'll just remind myself and the players and the audience that already nothing good with nothing bad happening with the offer that was very kindly used on me last fight. Is I have disadvantage on all int checks. Let's remind myself that I'm a -2 to my int. So this is just great.
It's only for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I thought it was for the rest of the
No,
evening.
it's only the...
No, we found it was
the
not
frightening
for
is only for
full.
10 minutes at least.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Next 10 minutes. Okay.
I think
You're not as bad off as
the
we thought.
saves and checks might be for the rest of the night actually, but the frightened is only for 10 minutes.
Oh, the frightened 10 minutes. Okay, this is
Yep,
the rest of the night. I
so-
thought they were both the rest of the night. So I
No.
You
You got a madness. You got like a little baby madness.
a little baby madness. Okay.
Baby madness.
It's
All
not
right.
that bad. Bye. Oh,
All
bye.
right.
Ask Sylvester. He's been mad for years.
Oh, have I?
At that Tweety. All right. So I probably don't need Van Richten's guide tonight. I'm just gonna leave it floating in the ether over there, and I will just go boop boop boop. All right, folks. It is time to start Dirge for Exalar. Unless you have any last questions.
Any
No,
last
let's do it.
words?
You need what?
Any last words? Now we're good.
Well, James, you just rolled a 1 in the chat, so
Oof.
Yeah, so did Nacro.
Oh, it would have been cool if I had pulled that off, though.
That didn't roll much better.
all right. So with this, we will return to Dirge for Exalar. Last episode, you began at the High Garden Center for Wellness. You met each other. Some of you had had a bit of an existing relationship, but Ziel, you had been delivered there to heal and recover. Hopefully your memory, but at the very least your body. And as the day went on, you felt that this place was perhaps not ideal, but was something tolerable. The people were nice. You prepared yourselves to have a night of celebration, to send off one of your roommates and to help one of you recover from surgery. Unfortunately, something happened as the night drew long. As the surgery was about to take place, a strange madness fell upon the wellness center. And one by one, those who were out in the halls were transformed, warped into parodies of their previous form, hungry and baying for blood. Sherry was barely able to escape the sloughing skin that was once one of the nurses. Pardon me, what's one of the orderlies? One of the nurses, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Running back, you found that another one of the nurses was changed into a form that was like a pair of skeletons trying to escape from rotting flesh. But not necessarily rotting, no. The more you looked at them, the more you saw the flesh parted like slick clay, revealing sinister secrets within. After a pitched battle, 2 of you went down, Sherry and Thorena. The rest of you fought valiantly in spite of this and were able to win the day in a pinched victory. And as you gathered your strength and your allies to you, still trapped inside of the hospital's walls and the barred windows that seal you inside, you noticed a strange glow from beyond the courtyard. Above it, in the sky, much like your friend Flynn's dream depicted, a new moon hung in the sky. Not a new moon as you would normally see one of Ylos' 2 moons, but a new, original, strange orb hung in the sky. It blinked at you with a bloody eye. And that is where we called game last time. As we begin, I would like everyone to make me a wisdom save.
Oh boy. We don't have any inspiration, right?
You have no inspiration.
Cool. That's gonna be a 6.
Nope. Okay.
6.
6, all right. That sounds great.
25.
19.
19, okay. The offer is presently listed as up, just so you know. And Kel, what'd you get?
3.
3. I would like everyone but ZL to do me a favor and roll me a D100.
Did you want me as well?
What'd you roll?
25.
Oh, I thought you said 5.
No.
Then you are fine.
46.
Okay.
35.
52.
Oh, this is perfect. Y'all roll different things. Okay. Sherry, you immediately become frightened of what you see outside, and for the next 10 minutes will refuse to go outside of this building. Nothing will be able to convince you to do anything outside of this building, and if anybody tries to get you to leave, you will do your best to try to convince them that it is safer to defend something inside of here. You also will not go anywhere near that window. Thorena, you become overwhelmed with a sense of minor hysteria. Do you know vocalization? You are not going to be able to maintain your internal dialogue. Anything that you would be thinking is going to be on the tip of your tongue. You will not be able to stop talking.
Okay,
also,
so it's just no. So she doesn't.
You have no filter.
She just says what she thinks. No filter. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
You also you're babbling a bit uncontrollably. For the next 10 minutes, you're also going to have problems casting spells that require verbal components. You'll have to take extra time to do them. to force yourself through them because you're just rambling. And then Muse. I'm gonna make you re-roll because I don't like that one. Actually, I'm just gonna.
Okay.
You know what? I will just round up. I will just round up because you rolled. You would just start attacking people, and that's.
That's not that much fun.
That's not that much fun. So for the next 10 minutes, as you reel back from this, you are going to start hearing and seeing voices. All around you, there is little flicking, flittering motion and laughter that you recognize from your first owner. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Psst, 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 psst. It's always just out of the corner of your ear or eye and are walking around a corner. While this is active, you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
All right. With that, you find yourselves in a long corridor, some 80 feet long. Here, the hallway heads from north to south, with your rooms on the western wall. At the top corner, where the two hallways meet for the hospital, is a giant square with a courtyard in the center. There is a small room that was used for various like medical checks, things like that. Not actual surgery, but things like a doctor's office. There could be like healing supplies in there or something like that, but who knows? Yes, Thorena.
How many floors is the hospital? Like, how tall is it?
The
How many floors
hospital
are there?
is 2 floors and probably an attic.
Are we on the
You are on
second or
You are on the.
ground level or the top?
Would they put you on the ground level or top floor? Let's find out. So I actually hadn't considered that. It is worse for you to be on top. I rolled a 1. Cool. So you are on the 2nd floor.
Cool.
Now, Sherry, you know that the operating room was down in the east wing. You managed to escape and run back by running along the corridor that runs on the northern wall here. And as that is true, you know that there is some strange skinless, well, pardon me, not skinless, it is only skin, a boneless, meatless creature slithering down the hall toward the operating chamber. And with that, what do you all do?
Anyone have any
what is
idea what's
happening?
going on?
But to ask you that.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die in here.
We're not gonna die.
We're gonna
What
die.
is that
Gotta-
out the window? Oh.
Some sort of moon. I've got no idea. You said there are bars on this window, right?
Yes, there are bars on all of the windows of the hospital.
Can I test them for strength and
Sure,
see if I
yes.
could potentially
You may.
break one off?
You may. Make me a strength check.
That'll be like 13.
13. They're pretty strong.
Okay.
Like, they are designed to resist. Like, they do treat Goliaths here and Furbogs and other large folk. You heard once that there was a Minotaur patient.
Oh, okay.
So these are fairly resilient. Doesn't mean there might not be a weak one further down the road, though.
I don't think I can get through this. We gotta find some way out of this hospital. We gotta get some open space.
What are those things?
Doesn't matter. We'll figure that out later. For now, we just need to move.
We're going to die. We're going to die. We're going to die in here.
No. Thorena, you have to stay calm, alright?
I can't be calm right now. I almost died.
Are you still hurt?
Very hurt.
Might not hurt to look for supplies then.
Aodan's gonna go over and cast Cure Wounds on Thorena.
All right, so go ahead and roll that up.
Not bad. 13.
Okay. So, Thorin, you'll regenerate 13 hit points as the Furbog presses a hand over, like holds a hand over your wounds, and the blood will begin to congeal and knit back into place. Actually,
My
pardon me,
bad. That was 12. Pardon me.
Sorry, 12. Most of your injuries are internal, actually. So forget I said that. They're going to start to knit and close up. Also, for your maladies, when you have something that would trigger them, don't worry. I will take over. So don't assume any of your maladies. For example, Thorana, if I cut you, don't assume. I might have a different mechanic I'm going to use at first.
Okay, so you will tell me that...
I'll tell you what's going to happen.
You'll do the math for me. Cool.
I'll do the math for you, and if you have any questions, you can always remind me.
Cool.
Cool. All right. You feel your bones knit inside of your chest. Your ribs at your back fuse back together.
Is that better?
Yes, I feel better. I feel like we're not necessarily going to die, but I might just die quicker. Oh, what is happening? What is this place?
You can't be frantic, all right? Your voices will bring them to us. We need to move. Which way was it down to the stairs?
I don't remember. Oh,
Anyone who wants to can make me an intelligence check to see if they remember. Anyone suffering any madness right now has disadvantage, though, because you're frazzled.
Muse is currently like balled up against the wall, she's holding her ears down, and she's just like bawling, somewhat kind of almost sobbing on the floor as all this is going on.
Does anyone have a passive perception of higher than 16?
I do.
All right. As you are trying to remember, what did you get on your int roll, everybody?
6.
I got an 11, surprisingly. I rolled a 19 and a 13.
Okay, so
mine was 3.
Okay, the DC was
got a
10. So somehow, Ziel, you remember that there is a stairwell down in the northeast corner of the hospital, as well as near the mess hall down at the southwest corner. That's probably a little bit closer to you where you're standing right now. But you and Thorana will both remember that with your tens. Aiden, you are going to hear the sound of glass shattering down in the mess hall. Now, the mess hall is a lovely space for relaxation and just regeneration, really. It's a place where you can not only enjoy a meal, but begin healing and getting a sense of serenity. There are several atriums inside of it, all with the creatures inside kept in by glass. Perhaps something's trying to eat some of the things inside.
Oh, so there's... Okay, I see what you mean.
So it sounds...
Right.
To you, with that perception, you think it sounds like plate glass breaking and hitting the ground.
I think something's making a mess of the mess hall. Let's steer clear of that. You said there was a stairway off somewhere. Let's head to that.
Sorry, Kelly, did you say the closest stairwell was one that went by the mess hall?
Closest one is down in the mess hall. The other one is up near the surgery.
I mean, we have 2 doors. There's the one by surgery, which is much farther away, and we could probably get more of those creatures, which I don't want to see. And then there's the mess hall, but you hear something's down there?
At least in the mess hall, we might know where one of them is. If they're making a mess down there, they'll be loud.
They might not be expecting us. That might be good, that might be bad. There might be more, there might be less.
It could be too distracted if we go the other way.
But what if there's more? There could be more there. We could be running away, but there could be more.
There's no good solution here. Let's get to the stairway down to the mess hall, and we'll see from there. Muse, is it okay if I scoop you up? You don't look well.
No. No, he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back.
Okay, Muse, come here. And Aoden's just gonna scoop her up, and he's probably just gonna like put her onto his shoulder, and she can just kind of cling there for the moment, if she's willing.
She will allow that, actually.
All right. Now, I'm going to ask you an obvious question, all of you, since this is a horror game, and because you would probably be looking for this in character. A couple of things. How many of you are badly injured? Do you need supplies? And 2, do any of you have any weapons to speak of?
Muse has her packed weapon, but that is it in terms of weapons.
So you could try searching some of the hospital rooms. You could also grab broken pieces of the door that Muse was thrown through to use as makeshift clubs. Things like that.
And anything nearby I could use as a makeshift shield to go with my makeshift club.
You could use part of the door by holding the handle. I'll give you a +1 to your AC for that, but if I get a crit on you, that thing's dead.
That's fair. I'll take the +1. I need it right now.
Is there any other parts of the door that could be used as a shield?
Why don't you go ahead and make me... so he's grabbing the good bit, so why don't you go ahead and make me a investigation check.
All right. Is investigation. It is in base. All right, disadvantage. Here we go. So disadvantage, eh?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 2 minus 2. That's gonna be a 0.
Is that a botch?
It's not a botch. So you just aren't going to find anything that's going to be
nothing.
useful enough. But there might be something elsewhere. When you checked in, you know that they did take your equipment and put it somewhere for safekeeping. Probably on one of the ground floor stations, the nurse's station down there, perhaps, or maybe maybe there's an armory. I mean, there are security guards here. Why aren't there any security guards up here?
They're eating somebody.
Yeah, maybe it's Flynn.
No, I hope he got out.
We should find. We need to find things. We need to defend ourselves. We can't.
Actually, here, I got a bit of an idea. Can I go pull apart my bed?
Yeah, you can.
Because it'll have long planks and stuff inside of it, no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, this bed, let's go ahead and check for a type of bed. So, your bed is definitely wooden. Okay. You'll be able to pull up some planks. You will see that, yeah, they'd be all wood at this point. They're not going to spend metal on you. So yeah, there are definitely going to be some planks, basically some like some 4x4s that you'll be able to grab, or I guess no 2x2s, like bed knob, bed post style stuff. Yeah. But yeah, you could take a few minutes doing that. Go ahead and just make me a strength roll to be able to pull it apart without tools. I don't think it'll be a problem.
Can we use a headboard as a shield?
Trying to think of the way that it is situated. Yes, you can use a headboard as a shield with your strength. I don't think that anybody else can, though, because it's quite heavy, and unwieldy. But as a furbog, you have the ability to carry larger things.
Yeah. So I got a 12.
12? Okay. So you will be able to slowly work and start tearing apart your bed. As it'll take you a couple of minutes to do this, but as you're doing that, what is everyone else doing?
Sherry would be looking for anything that can be used like a dagger. So if she can find a scalpel, okay, shards of wood, that'll do for now.
You'll find a broken board on the floor. It'll be 1d4 disadvantage.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah, Therena's gonna, cause we're in the hallway, correct?
Yes, you're in the hallway outside of your rooms right now.
So Therena's gonna go into our old room. And see if there's anything around that she could use as a weapon, too.
Okay. If anybody's scouring the rooms, go ahead and give me an investigation check. And then, James, as you're pulling that apart, you'll be able to acquire basically like a big wooden shield off this. That'll be awkward for anybody but you. And you also will be able to acquire 2 1d6 clubs that will function normally because they're just big pieces of wood. They're a little uncomfortable. They're a little uncomfortable to use because they're square, but that's about it.
I should mention that my fire spirit is also still floating around.
How long does that last for?
It lasts an hour,
Okay.
or until it dies.
Y'all are gonna need to come help Thorana because I rolled a 1, so that's a botch and a -1.
Okay.
Okay, I
After-
rolled a 16, so
Thorana,
come
you're
help.
like checking underneath beds. Like you're just panicked. Like you're like
Yeah.
you are definitely checking underneath the mattresses. You are like,
Why didn't they give us weapons to defend ourselves with? Why do they know this is gonna happen? Is this part of their plan?
okay, we can use some of these pieces of wood. You know, look, they're sharp. I mean, it's better than nothing. We can use these for now, until we find our own weapons. I mean, just grab something. And she'll shove a piece of wood at her.
okay, you'll have 1d4 disadvantage damage. Anybody else doing any investigation rolls?
Yeah, after a couple minutes, and when Muse calms down a bit, she'll come down off of Aeden's back. And
Did you roll that with
look-
disadvantage?
Oh no, I didn't. Hold up, coming up. Oh, that's not nearly as good. So that's actually going to be that's a 9.
A 9. You'll find like there's really nothing that they leave in these rooms that you can really defend yourselves with. It's almost like people who are being treated and have oftentimes large doses of pain medication make poor choices. The steel bedpans are probably the most lethal thing in here. But they're not particularly useful aside from I guess bludgeoning. I guess they'd be copper bedpans. They'd be copper.
There would be an armory or something. I mean, they have our stuff. Like, they didn't just throw it out, right?
It's got to be somewhere. We just need to find it. We need to stick together, and we'll be able to do it. This entire time, Muse's ears are just twitching hardcore.
Now, of course, there's one other problem here. All of you know at night the locks are engaged around this building. If you want to progress for very far, you're going to need keys.
Unless anybody can pick locks.
If you have lockpicks.
Does anybody have locks? Oh,
I
yeah.
don't have anything to pick locks with.
True.
I mean, I could if I had something to pick them with, but
I do have a means of bypassing locks, at least.
Thorana.
But does,
A little bit.
Yeah?
Only if I can see.
No need, go on.
But
Finish your sentence.
does the nurse have anything on her?
Looking down at the crumpled, mangled form of charred meat, there's a good chance that somewhere inside of that mass of flesh is something who is going to reach into it.
ZL will.
Oh, thank God.
Ziel, you're making... Ziel, you don't have gloves on, so can you do me a favor and make me a constitution check? Constitution
yeah.
save, please. Constitution save.
All right.
So, question. Rationally, would Thorana be able to... If she's still frightened of the creatures, does her brain rationalize it being dead as being
I don't think
frightened of it?
I don't think you trust it and will not willingly go near
That's what I
enough
was-
that it could touch
yeah.
you.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm...
It's
yeah,
gross.
cool.
It's like when you were a kid seeing a dead animal on the side of the road. You don't want to get near it, and if you do, you're going to poke it with a really long stick.
You mean, as a kid, you mean still as an adult? I don't want to go in the...
Yeah, but if I said as an adult, I know someone would argue with me. So,
I know.
but it's cool to
This
touch
is-
dead things with your bare hands. No, it's not.
Ah!
No, it's not. Don't do it.
No,
Don't do
it's
it.
not. No.
All right, so Ziel, you are going to steel your stomach and be able to reach inside. You will feel a little bit of a gag reflex, like you're gonna gurgle a little, but you're gonna hold on. You got control. And rooting around inside of it, you are going to find 2 things in her possession. Number 1, you are going to find a small set of keys. Doesn't look like all of the keys to get out of here, but it looks like the keys to like this wing at least. She was the duty nurse here. And you are also going to find a small pouch, the kind that they would wear on their hips for any emergency administrations of the elixir. It looks to be in one piece. It's wax skin, and if you check inside of it, there is a, let's find out, there is a cracked but still intact syringe that has a vial of the elixir next to it.
Oh, I found a set of keys, and it looks like one dose of the elixir. Oh,
Guess if things get dire, whoever needs it the most, who's gonna be that? Is it gonna be happen? If it happens to me, will people actually be nice about it? Who needs it the most? Who's the most useful? Who's gonna survive?
stay together. We'll all survive. Just relax.
We got this.
Did you see that thing? There's more of them. You can hear them.
Well, then we'll just have to be good, quiet little mice. So let's
Not
get
the right
moving.
thing to say.
Well, we're certainly not the hunters right now. So let's get moving.
We should see if anyone else is still not, you know, whatever that is. I could save them.
I'm not sure we can save anything right now. Not until we're armed, or not until we're well armed and prepared. I'm already a bit, somewhat depleted myself.
Me too. I mean, thank you for the healing, but I've used quite a bit of my high-level spells. That is, I'm about tapped out for that. But I won't get that back without a long sleep. But we should try and find our weapons.
Yeah, we need something.
Or something.
We need something. I'm not gonna go back to him.
Well, if we're just waiting around here, they're gonna find us sooner or later. We may as well move.
Okay.
The question is, mess hall or surgery?
Well,
The mess hall has more of them that we know.
But
You
they might be easier to
specifically
avoid.
know that there's one near surgery, at least.
Yeah. I only saw one. I don't think I heard any others.
Any of you all good at skulking?
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Pretty.
Let's get to the
Pretty.
stairs, and then we'll take a peek. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
We don't have anywhere else we can go. We'll head towards the mess hall and evaluate.
Okay.
Stay close.
When anyone doesn't think they can walk, you can climb on my back.
Scared and worried.
And anyone who looks at Muse will notice it right now. You didn't notice it before, but she's wearing a choker that looks more like a collar than anything, and she is just gripping it really tight right now as she's kind of moving through. She doesn't look right.
So where you're headed? Operating, or are you headed to mess?
I think we were heading to Mass.
Aoden would be heading to mess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Muse is following Aoden.
To the south.
We are following him.
There are a pair of doors. One at the edge of the ward that separates you and your rooms. A small throughway that allows you to overlook the courtyard and that moon again. as well as the exterior. Through there's a simple set of double doors with windows in them that lead into the mess hall. Dark green checkered flooring is offset with white squares of the opposite shape. It's quite an immense area to traverse. As you approach the first door, it is locked. What do you do?
Aiden would try the door gently.
Okay. It jiggles slightly, but is locked.
Zeal will try the keys he has to see if any of them work.
The nurse's key turns easily in the lock. And you can progress into the antechamber, that little miniature hallway.
Good job in that, Zeal.
However, another door bars your way, those set of double doors. And from here you can see between them that there is a deadbolt between them, visible in the crack, in the crease between the doors.
No keyway for this one,
Yeah, you could try one of the keys on that chain. There are 3 keys on it.
Alright, Zeal will try then.
Okay. Going through them real quickly, no, it doesn't appear. So you think that those 3 keys were probably to the exterior doors, probably the patient doors, and maybe to specific nurses' rooms, like an equipment closet or maybe the nurses' station.
All right, folks. Gather close here, all right?
You're not gonna make a noise, right? We don't want more of those things being drawn to us.
We'll have to make a little noise. There's no way about it. We gotta get through and we don't have time to waste. And Aiden's gonna make a little... I think actually the fire spirit, if it's not doing anything, I think it might just be like crackling in my pipe. It's small enough it can occupy my space anyway, so he'll just kind of... And he's going to blow through his pipe, and it'll almost be like a furnace jet coming out of the top of it for a moment. And then there'll be a swirl of sparks are going to kind of gather in between us, almost like a little beehive buzzing mass of them. And then it's going to conflagurate, and we're going to teleport to the other side of the door.
All right. You are going to go ahead and do that. The flames are going to wrap around you, and as you appear on the other side, I would like an initiative roll, please.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh wow, I rolled well. I don't add anything to initiative.
I don't add anything to initiative, do I?
Okay, so go ahead and pop those in the
yes.
chat.
Yes, I do.
Beautiful, beautiful. What's my bonus? Not great.
So-so.
But still good. Okay, so looking at this, I've got Aoden and Kat. Both have dirties. Okay, so you'll be acting independently. Let's see. Muse, then Thorena, then... Just making a note real quick. Then... The hardest part about running a new game is remembering people's names for initiative charts when you're writing it down. You're like,
What's that person's name again?
Well, because I don't want to just write the performer,
Yeah.
right? Because then I never learn.
Yeah.
As you take a look inside, you suddenly will appear with a swirl of fire. Glancing around, you see that the mess hall lives up to its name. This main area is completely littered with refuse. The floor is covered in broken glass and shards of wood. The terrariums and atriums are completely shattered. Dozens of dead canaries lie on the ground, some of them headless, some of them bodiless, where something came through here and ate them. Trails of mucus dot the floor as if someone ran with a particularly fat tallow candle. There are there are corridors to the east, west, and south, and a doorway to the south as well that leads into some type of administration office, you believe? You know that there are some more administration offices to the west, where both of the stairwell leading down is, and if you head to the east, you will be reaching where the actual mess is. To the south leads down to a reading room. There doesn't appear to be much here. Above you, though, you can hear the sound of flapping. A bird, a jay of some kind, is panicking, trying to fly through some hole in the ceiling it imagines might exist. It's struggling. The terrarium was a real wonderful sight. There were a pair of them. One on one side was full of birds inside of this large 20-foot wide glass container. They would tweet and sing all day, and some of the patients, particularly the elders, would spend hours just watching them, occasionally feeding them through little slots that they could lift up and down. The other was more aquatic, and the murky water that lined the pool there has seeped across the floor. It had several different types of reptile inside of it, particularly ones that make noise and sing. There was a family of toads inside of it that would bring a gluttonous croak to the beginning of every meal. It was a comforting sound. As you appear in the center, though, this place is completely dilapidated, destroyed. What do you do?
Kelly.
That's my name.
Before we actually get into, basically, as we're getting ready for this,
For what?
could I, well, as we get into this super creepy place, can I actually take some time to summon my weapon?
How long does that take?
One action.
One action? Yeah, you can summon that. So let's go down initiative, actually, just to see what people do. Aiden, what you and Muse are first. So Muse, you're going to summon your weapon. What is it this time?
It is going to be, it's going to be another Warhammer, I think.
Okay. You summon a warhammer into your hand. It swirls into being in your palm. Aiden, what do you do?
Aiden would probably know that he's most easily seen out of everyone here, even if someone's looking at long range. He's going to try to duck behind like a pillar or down behind like a table or something like that. Just kind of make himself small.
I would like everyone in the room to do me a favor right now, and that is to make me an insight check. Pardon me. No, this would be a survival check.
Of course it would. Of course it would.
24?
24. Okay.
11?
9.
Okay, so, Muse, that was a 9.
9.
Okay. And Thorena, what was yours?
19.
19. And, Sherry?
4.
4, alright. And, Ziel, what'd you get?
11?
11. Okay, so,
I'm dead.
Thorena and Thorina and Aoden, as you are glancing around, the area with the terrarium is normally it has no windows. The terrariums take up the walls. The walls are solid here. Aside from a tiny bit of light coming between a little bit of the windows on the double doors and the slit between them, this room should be dark, and yet it is dimly illuminated. Reminder that all of you do not have dark vision. Only some of you do. Ziel, you are actually caught more off guard than this by this than most. In this dimness, you find yourself squinting extra hard. You're not sure why, but there's something about this that is a little more unnerving to you. And as you are looking around, so Muse, you summon your weapon. Aoden, you realize that there is light inside of here, spilling out from some of the looks like from underneath some of the plant material. Maybe someone brought candles in and knocked them over. And then you see one of the lights move a little.
Aoden would peer closely at it, try to make out what it is.
All right, make me a perception roll.
Rolling well tonight. That'll be 26.
You see a frog. No, a toad. It looks up at you. And that's when you notice that its entire body is slowly running. Like it's made of hot candle wax. Its throat expands. And that's going to be your turn. Thorina, we're down to you. So Muse, you have your hammer out. Aoden's gone, like, looking underneath something. So Thorina, what do you do? So Aoden is, like, going and poking at something.
I can't really... There's nothing I can really prepare as a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, do I notice what Aoden is looking at?
Make me a perception roll.
Okay.
He's pretty big, so I'm going to say you have to try to peer around him.
Yeah, okay. Perception. What is my perception?
Pretty
Well, that's my
decent.
It is. Thankfully, it's wisdom.
Whiz.
Though when my dice rolls like poo-poo, I'm gonna actually use my desperation because
Okay,
I rolled.
So add a d3, please.
Yep. So I rolled a 2, so that's a 2.
Okay.
So that's going to be a total of 12.
12. You can see that one of the sources of light is getting brighter right next to him. The light actually is going to tick up from dim to brightly lit within a 5-foot square right next to him as this small thing begins to glow red hot.
Are we like
You're in rounds.
entering?
Yeah,
I can
you're in
do
initiative
something?
right now, so
Okay, cool. I would like to So, you said something has verbal components. Would cantrips still count as taking a longer time, or is it because they're inherently known? If I'm being hysterical, would I have difficulties?
I'll say that it costs you your move so you will not be able to move and cast. So
Okay. Cool. All right. I'm going to cast Bane at it at first level.
And that's a save for me, right?
Yes, it's a charisma save, please.
Okay.
Do I see multiple lights?
There are 4 lights.
I'm gonna choose the 3 that are closest to that, like, including it, I can do 3 creatures. So
Okay.
I'm going to try and bane 3 of them that are the closest.
And what's my DC?
It is 13.
13. All right. It hit one of them.
Okay. So now, just to remind what bane is.
It's minus D4 on everything, right?
Yes.
Perfect. All
on
right.
attacker saving throws.
All right. So summoning down the might of Zonos, you have to focus over your words for a moment, taking the prayer into you and unleashing it. You will all feel the room slightly go a little bit sideways as the miasma that you can not really see but smell like ozone pierces the room. And all right, anything else you're doing with your turn?
that is it. For
All right,
now.
Sherry, what do you do? So you see that they are both alarmed and looking at some things. What would you like to do?
Can I cast Mage Armor on myself?
Yes, you can. That is
I'm
the
going
number
to do
one reason
that.
to have mage armor. All right, are you doing anything with your bonus action or your movement? Getting behind someone is a good choice.
Yeah,
too.
she would like to get behind. She's gonna get behind Ziel because that seems safe.
That's worked well so far.
It
All
has
right.
been good. Yes.
All right, and Ziel, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to regain a psionic die.
That sounds like a good idea.
Spent. And because I can't see much, kind of just stay on guard and...
Sure, you can go full defense, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go full defense since Sherry's right behind me.
Reminder to everybody who does not play as much of D&D as they would like, you can spend your action to give me disadvantage to hit you. So going defensive is a great option. And with that, you know what else is a great option? This. And there is a sudden burst of light, Aiden, as you lean over this creature. And the toad is going to open its mouth and is going to launch a mote of fire directly at your face. Let's see. So, pardon me. It is going. Yeah, it's going to try. You're within about 5 feet. It's going to try to lick you. It's going to lick you, my friend.
Okay.
All right. That is an 18.
That's definitely it.
All right. Do you have any immunity to fire?
No, I do not, unfortunately.
Okay, so that's going to be 9 points of fire damage.
Oof.
As this thing looks up at you and goes, "Whoa," and a flaming tongue, like the wick of a candle, lashes out and strikes you across the cheek, burning you deeply. All right, the next one is going to leap out at this point, seeing its friend's chance, and is going to launch a glob of spit at Ziel. It has disadvantage on this. Ziel, that is a 8. Does that hit your AC?
Does not.
All right, so you are going to bring the piece of door up to block. Another one is going to hurl spit directly at you, Thorena. So that is, with your Bane, a 0.
Surprisingly, not gonna hit.
A flaming wad of burning tallow is going to fire past you. And another one is going to launch itself at... Muse or... Okay, that's going to be Sherry. Sherry, you are partially hiding behind Ziel, so I'm going to give disadvantage on this. I'm really glad that I did. That is a 6. Does a 6 hit you?
No, because I now have a temporary base AC of 18
Damn.
because of Mage Armor. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because my Dex,
Oh, that's
my
right, you have a
Dex
plus 4 to
mod
your...
is 5.
Oh, yeah, because
Remember?
you're a tiny
Yeah.
one. This is what I told you to do. I was like, take high Dex.
Yes.
Because I think you were going to try to use Dex as your dump stat originally. I'm like,
I know, and you're like, no. And I'm like, okay.
all right. So these toads, one of them lashes out, licking across Aoden. The rest of them go and start shooting fire out of their mouths. Their faces are just molten wax, but still flesh. And Aoden, it's your turn again, or Muse's turn. What do you do? Either of you can go.
Aoden's gonna go. Oh, right in front of this thing.
It's 5 feet from you.
Yeah, Aoden's gonna try to smash it with his club, I guess. I got a piece of wood. Let's see if it works.
Sounds good. Go ahead and make me an attack roll, please.
That is going to be 20.
That is definitely a hit. Roll me 1d6 plus your strength.
I only rolled a 1, so that's going to be 5 damage.
5 damage. All right. All right. So
And then for my bonus action, I will command the spirit, and it's going to fly up into the air and fire a fire seed at one of them.
all right, the one that hit you.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
try to
go ahead.
blow that
Give
one
me a
apart.
fire seed. Give me an attack.
21.
To hit is going to hit. Go ahead, roll me damage.
5 more fire damage.
5 more fire damage. In spite of this thing being able to hurl fire at you out of its mouth, as your fire seed makes contact, you're going to see a bit of its face just melt away. These things are not immune to fire.
Awesome.
All right, so this thing is half dissolved as you strike into it with the club and then fire seed it. It is... Muse, it is your turn. You're a bit further back, kind of in the center of the diamond shape of you.
Okay, so I'm, what, about 10 feet away?
I'd say 10, 15, somewhere around there. You're
Okay,
12 and a half
I'm-
feet away.
12 and a half. All right, so with my Warhammer...
Mhm.
Oh, it does not have reach. Okay.
It does
that's
not.
fine. It doesn't need it. I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to make a two-handed attack. With this. Oh, oh, shit! That's going to be a natural 20 for the
Okay.
attack.
Sounds good. So you're attacking the one that Aiden's attacking?
Yes, I'm attacking. Yes, that's the one. Sorry.
Sounds good. So dancing around Aiden, you're going to run up and bring the hammer down. You're going to drop the hammer and roll me damage, please.
She's dropping the hammer, and she's going to do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus that's plus 5. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 damage.
All right, so how do you do this? You just bring it down directly on center mass and splat?
Yeah, literally just over the shoulder, bam.
All right, we're playing Frogger. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, your hammer comes down, splatting this creature. And as it does so, I need you and Aiden to do me a favor and both make me dex saves.
Coming up.
Yep.
Ooh,
Now my dice betrayed me. Natural 1.
12.
Okay. 12. Oh, God, really?
Yeah.
Okay, you got you 12. That is, yep. Okay, so you are going to bring this down. There's going to be an explosion of hot wax and fire. You're going to be shielded by Aiden's bulk, but Aiden's going to take 7 points of fire damage
Damn.
as he is just rained with flame.
Eggs.
All right, both of you, do you have anything else that you can do on your turn?
No, I'm done.
Okay, Thorena is up, then Sherry. Thorena, what do? You see this shower of molten wax fall around you. The room gets slightly dimmer, though. As you fight these things, you're going to be killing your light sources.
Huh. Okay. So how
We do have
far
my-
away is the one that attacked me? Like, is it
The one that attacked
in
you is
melee
15
range?
feet away. It is
15.
over near the aviary and was slowly trying to swallow one of the canary bodies from the looks of it, kind of half-mouthing it. It spat it out and hawked a loogie at you that just barely missed you.
Are there any that are in like melee range to the party?
Melee range to the party? No, they are all at
Yeah.
least 10 feet away.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go for the one that I baned.
Okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right, the one that you baned? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna guiding bolt it.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Perfect. Come on, dice. Nice, nice, nice. That's gonna be 23 to hit.
23 to hit is going to absolutely be a hit. Go ahead and roll me damage, please.
Perfect. Oh, that's nice. That's going to be 18 points of damage, and
How do you do it?
How do I do it?
How do you
Okay,
do
so
it?
she's shakingly, kind of through hysteria, she's going to try and mutter her spells, and what you see is this like beautiful, like radiant. It's radiant, but it's almost almost ultraviolet-y kind of looking light where it looks almost black, but it's bright. Like, it's hard to describe. It's like white under a UV light. There we go.
Okay.
That's
Sure.
what color it is. It's
So
kind of weird,
it's
and it will
day glow.
Yeah, it's day glow, and it will kind of shoot out of her like a bolt of, almost looking like an arrow, and it will just pierce this thing, and it just lights up with UV party light, man.
Nice. It's
Like
going
Emperor
to
Palpatine?
A little bit.
Yeah, she has unlimited power. So with it is going to explode. You are out of its range though, so the hot wax is going to go and just start to sizzle out. Can I get everyone who is watching that scene because of guiding bolt? You may make me a. It's going to be a high DC, but a perception roll.
Including myself?
You can make it as well. Yeah, it'll be a perception roll, but it's a high DC because it's in the middle of the moment.
Finally got my nat 20.
17.
Okay.
25.
Okay, and ZL.
22.
8.
Okay, anybody who got 20 or higher is going to be able to catch out of the corner of your eye. Aiden, you're gonna see this like out of the corner of your eye that isn't burnt. That as the toad's body explodes and hits the water from where the reptile atrium had broken and just leaked across the floor, it's going to hiss completely out and dissolve. So there are puddles streaming throughout this room. None of the frogs are in the puddles. Those of you with 20s or higher are going to notice. All right.
to know.
Thorena, anything else with your turn?
Because so that was basically, that's my action and my move, and I can't really do anything with my bonus action, so I am good. Could I make an offer to use my bonus action to find cover?
Yeah, absolutely.
To use my move action to try and find some cover. I'm
Absolutely.
assuming it's like an atrium. There must be like,
There,
I'm imagining like hills and rocks
yeah,
and stuff.
absolutely. Yeah, there is.
Cool.
There's actually a big. There is a large compass in the center of the floor that has like old vines wrapped around it. That has a dial on it that gives you like rough locations around Ylos. In leagues, like 100 leagues until you are at Alazar, 100 leagues until you are at the Sea of the Dead, 400
And
leagues.
Is it closer? I if possible, I would try and find it close to Aiden because he's taking some damage.
Yes,
So
Aiden
cool.
is about 10 feet from it. So
Cool.
So you'll kind of like loop around to the bottom, be able to like duck up to his back. Both of the frogs now are up at the top of the room, on the north, away from you.
Okay,
Sherry, one of the frogs begins to hawk another loogie. It's about 10 feet away from you now.
I'm gonna dodge out of the way.
Okay. Are you doing anything else with your action?
Yes. We're losing light. I could cast a light spell?
You could.
I could. Can I cast it on the piece of wood that I'm holding and make it like a torch?
Yes, it'll be a glow stick. All right, so
A glow
casting
stick.
light.
Rave party.
Bright light is going to flood the room. ZL, you're going to feel a bit better about your lot right now because you can see good for a change.
Yay!
Hey, I don't have dark vision either, so
All
Yeah,
right.
neither do I.
Is light an action or a bonus action? I can never remember.
it is a cantrip.
So it's probably an action.
Yeah, it's an action. Yeah, it is one action. Yeah.
It is one action. Okay. Do you have anything that you can use as a bonus action?
No, not really. No.
Okay,
we
so
went through
while
this
you were
before.
casting that, I am going to flip
Yep.
the offer to make an opportunity attack. To use my basically just a preempt. So
Yeah.
oh, that hit the coin. So let's re-roll that. Okay, it's going to launch another glob of wax spit at you, but it's going to fly directly over your head, almost lighting your hat on fire. But that's going to be its action. So much for that.
Okay.
Okay, and if you have nothing else to do, ZL, it's your turn. There are two frogs, one that just spat at you, and one that just spat at Sherry twice.
Since I could see, I think I'll go with the one that went after Sherry.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so you can rush it. You can see very well in the light right now. What do you do?
I'm gonna swing my club, and that's not gonna hit.
What'd you get?
Rolled a 2, so that's a 7.
Ooh, yeah, that's probably not going to hit. All right, so you swing and miss at this thing directly in front of you. It is going to... And is going to... do you have anything else you could do? Bonus action or movement?
You know what? I'll use my bonus action to heal myself. I'll use second wind.
So that sounds... that's probably a great idea, because is your armor class 15?
No, it is not.
Okay. Oh my god, what is with my dice tonight? How many hit points do you heal before you add them?
Oof. 5.
Okay, that is going to make this a little easier on you. As you swing at it, it is going to leap to the side and lick along your exposed throat for 10 points of fire damage.
Ugh.
All right, that is the offer is back on the table, and that is both of the frogs' turns as they are leaping around the room. Aiden, it's your turn. Both of the frogs are behind you from where you splatted the one, along with Muse. And they're kind of
how close to... Okay.
About 20 feet away from you.
About 20 feet away from... How far away are they away from each other?
From each other, they are opposite, so I would say about 20 feet away from each other, too. So you're forming a triangle with them.
All right. Okay, I am going to cast Create or Destroy Water.
Sure.
Because I had that in my repertoire. Now, normally this creates... so I can cast this so it falls as rain within a 30-foot cube within range.
That'll cover them both.
Yeah. And I'm going to have it douse me as well. I don't think... This is supposed to be normally clean water. I think it's going to be like soot-choked water. Almost like a sludge coming down, I imagine.
Sounds good. So they're... I'll say that they get a save to try to get out of that as it falls, maybe. But...
Sure. But it's 10 gallons of water falling in that.
Yeah,
area.
no, that's their. It's actually it's outside of their range. They would get hit no matter what. So in that case, do me a favor, roll me a d6.
Okay. 4.
4. All right. Both of them are going to shriek and begin. Pardon me. Yeah. Both of them are going to shriek and begin slightly dissolving. They're not completely dead, but that did hurt both of them. They start to sludge around. One of their back legs, the one on the left's back leg, begins to like fuse into its spine as it like pulls up for a jump.
And then Aeden's going to fall back behind something. He's going to try to put some cover between him.
Sure. There is a dial in the center of the room that you can hide behind.
Sure, I'll head there, and then as I'm going, he'll mutter some druidic under his breath, and the fire spirit's gonna fire a bolt into one of them.
Sounds great. All right, as you crouch behind the compass ornament in the center of the room, you'll see that Thorana is there as well, so you're kind of a little packed behind it, both of you sticking out a bit, but it's better than nothing. Go ahead and make me an attack roll for your fire spirit.
16 on the fire spirit.
That's gonna hit. Roll me damage.
3.
All right. It's going to strike the one on the left as the fire seed flies out, much like a very beloved fireflower bolt, and is going to sear into it. It does free that fused back leg that had kind of puckered up into its spine, but then takes a chunk of the stomach away as it rolls through. So it's not all good news for the toad. Okay, so you are hiding. Muse, what would you like to do?
So she'd like to move forward, like move up closer to this thing, and she would just like to try and like baseball swing this frog out of here with her warhammer.
Okay, so are you actually trying to move it?
Yeah, she's trying to just like launch this thing out of here.
All
what
right.
do you want me to do for that?
Well, normally it would be a shove action, but here's the deal. If you manage to do damage to it, I'll let you flip the offer to move it 5 feet.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, so here's the attack, and does a
Golf
14
swing.
hit.
14 hits. Roll me damage.
All right, that's going to be 10 damage.
10 damage. All right. As you strike this thing, it is going to fly further than 5 feet. You're going to kind of just wind up and do like an underhand, like a Happy Gilmore type of putt.
Yeah.
Okay, it is going to fly into the wall with such velocity that it explodes like throwing a handful of clay against the wall. The clay is going to ignite the wall and immediately be put out, though, because of the falling water.
And then she's going to use the rest of her movement, so I think it's another 10 feet, to go back towards the center of the room.
Okay, sounds great. You'll be able to make it halfway toward where Thorena and Aoden are hiding in cover. Thorena, you are hiding behind cover. The last one is about 30 feet away now in the northeast corner of the room, kind of trying to get Sherry.
It's taking damage, right?
It has taken some damage.
Perfect. Let's toll the dead.
Oh, good, you did take that one.
I did.
You have that too.
Yeah, it's great.
Cool.
Can you make me a wisdom save, please?
Yes, I can.
You passed.
Actually, let me double check my wisdom. These things might not be that wise. Does a 16 pass?
Yeah, it's a 13.
Sorry.
Pope.
Okay, so you toll the bell, and then you realize that frogs don't have ears. Frogs have ears. I'm just kidding. But this one's ears have melted shut.
Okay. Okay. What way is the offer?
The offer is in my favor right now.
I
Which
wanted
actually
to
I
try
think
and-
I'm gonna flip it to let it try to do a retaliatory strike against you.
Okay.
So you're behind partial cover right now, so that will raise your... Okay, that's not gonna hit. A bolt of spitty flame is going to across the room and just strike the side of the compass column and start searing down it. Now the offer is right side up.
Okay. Could I potentially use the offer to cast wounds on Aoden since he is near me?
As a bonus action?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Perfect.
Hello, my old friend. Welcome back.
I'm trying to decide how pissed I am at this frog also.
Probably pretty fast.
Yeah, okay, I might use my reaction as well. Is what I'm debating. So wait, first let me pull up. Cure wounds. Come here.
Well, remember you have to use your reaction immediately in reaction to something else, so you can't save a reaction. So you either use the reaction immediately or you don't use it.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
Okay. So are you going to use your reaction from it spitting at you?
Yes.
Okay. So let's resolve that first before you heal
Okay,
Aoden.
first. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I wanted to make sure I could do the offer before.
Oh,
I
yeah,
did
totally.
Yeah.
But just for order of operations, let's just make sure that it
Yes,
happens in that
Of
order.
course, that makes total sense. I need you to make
I don't wanna.
a
I didn't.
con save, please. You didn't?
Was the difficulty 11?
No, it's
Okay.
13.
Well, then no.
All right, so you're gonna take 2d8 necrotic damage for my last use of the malicious outbreak. Oh, that's 3. I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Okay. A virulent plague is going to lash out and start to bubble and pustule the side of its face as these thick boils begin just swarming over it.
Cool, and then I will cure wounds for using the offer
Okay.
on Aoden, so that's gonna be... that is going to be 12 points for yourself, Aoden.
Nice.
Give a little.
I was on my last legs there. That was good.
Yeah,
kill.
I figured that's why I was coming over, and so she goes over and she does as a reaction, she holds out her hands, casts out the plague, and then she goes to Aoden and goes, "Hanyabajarna."
He'll lean on the pillow.
All right, Sherry, it is your turn. The offer is down in my favor, so you can't use that. But what you are seeing right now is about 10 feet away from you. Ziel has launched himself at this toad and has struck near it, but it has managed to lick the side of his face, or the side of his throat, licking him on fire.
And
You have a glowing.
I have a
stick.
glow stick. I have a glowing stick.
You have a
that
glowing
I'm-
stake.
My glowing stake. Sorry, it's how far away from me?
It's about 10 feet away from you.
Ooh, I don't know if I could, launch myself and stab it. I think that would probably be a bad idea.
Are you in the mood for bad ideas?
Generally I am. So, yeah, why not?
Okay, go ahead. You can make me an attack
Yeah,
roll.
let's do that. Okay. And so this is gonna work like a dagger. So yeah, 1d4 with disadvantage.
1d4. Yep, and you can use
if I hit.
Yep, you can use your dexterity to attack with this instead of your strength, though.
Okay. And what is that? Oh, I rolled a 16.
Yep,
so...
that's gonna hit. That's
okay,
a 20,
cool.
21. So
Yeah,
roll me.
D4.
Yep, roll me 1d4 twice. Please tell me what you get on both.
Okay. All right. First one. First one is a 4.
Okay.
I can't read that one very well. Second, 3.
Okay, so you'll do 3 plus your dex to it.
Okay. My dex or my dex mod?
Your dex mod.
My dex. So that's 8.
Okay, so against all odds, the tiny
not
little
bad.
halfling is going to launch herself at this frog and jam a stick into its gullet. The stick is going to start catching fire, but this thing is damn near at death's door. In fact, it is such at death's door that I'm going to flip the offer to have it die immediately and use its death burst on you and Ziel. So you managed to pierce it right in its heart. You and Ziel, make me a dex save because you are right next to this thing.
Okay.
No, not my strong suit. 13.
13?
I rolled 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is going to explode in a mass of lardy flame, and you almost are engulfed in it, both of you, before you hide behind Ziel, who manages to raise his shield just in time, and the shield is going to ignite for a moment before the falling water is going to put it out.
Go gadget door.
And with that... Quiet is going to once again fall over this area. And as you come out of battle, you'll catch your breath, and the madness effects that you have undergone are going to fade.
Is there still like molten wax stuck to us?
It's basically like stuck to your flesh. Yeah, you'll have to pick it off.
Yeah, I'll start peeling it off.
Is the stick still glowing in the frog?
It is not. The water that was falling...
Oh,
pardon
my
me,
torch is gone.
Your light spell is still working. It's not on fire, is what I mean.
Yeah. So it's... Yeah. So I have a dead glowing toad.
Yeah, it is. Well,
Yeah.
no, you don't. It exploded.
Can I take
but-
the stick out? Can I take the stick back?
You pulled the stick back.
Okay. Ugh. At least it's not custard.
I've seemed to have regained my thoughts. I'm sorry for the hysteria back there. That was...
Well, it's kind of understandable. It was
Plenty to be hysteric about.
that.
It's been a strange night already.
It really has been.
This is... We should take a look around, see if we can find anything. I mean, this is the mess hall. There might be something useful.
Maybe something.
Some real knives.
Should be cut
Seriously,
of some kind.
anything.
Yeah.
All right. To head into the mess.
Perception or investigation, Kelly?
Okay.
Sorry.
So to head into the mess hall, you'll have to take the eastern hallway, and then you'll come to it in just a moment around the corner where you were able to steal that cake. Now, normally this big shuttered gate comes down atop of it to prevent anybody from going in and pilfering anything. Who is going to go check it out first? Or are you all going to go together?
Do the Scooby-Doo thing and all go as a group
Yeah.
huddled together.
No, we should
Yeah,
go as one
stay
group.
together.
Are you
We should
trying
stay
to-
together?
Are you trying to do this stealthily?
Yes.
Okay. I would like a
Yes.
group stealth check.
Now, since I'm not wearing armor, I don't have to do this at disadvantage, right?
That is correct.
Cool. That is nice.
Yeah.
17 for me.
Okay.
And nat 20.
The only
nice.
time you're
16.
ever gonna succeed on stealth.
Yep.
17.
16.
Nice.
Nice.
You guys are all doing very, very well. I'm so proud of you.
It's because we're naked.
Oh, wow.
Right? It's the one benefit of not having armor.
Yeah.
I mean, other than, you know, the AC
Sneaky,
bonus
sneaky.
would be nice.
Right?
Mage armor.
Yeah, you got mage armor. That's nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just 1 second. Pardon me 1 moment while I pull something else up.
Pull something out of your hat to throw at us.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Uno momento while I find yet another demon for you.
In the distance outside, you can hear dogs baying. There's something... It's good to know that the dogs that they keep on the ground for hunting are still alive. If anybody wants to, they can make me a nature roll, though.
Certainly.
I don't have any nature.
That'll be a knowledge nature of 18.
Okay, you are definitely going to get the sense that those dogs are distressed, but also one of them sounds a little odd. A little hoarse, a little... There's something wrong with the pitch. You're not quite sure, but it's enough for you to know that something is wrong out there.
Is there any angle we could see out the windows out towards that way?
I'm looking out the window.
As you, yeah, you might still not want to do that, Sherry, as you creep down the hallway and make your way toward the windows. Try to glance down. You can vaguely see the kennels from here, Aiden. You hear the sound of dogs barking, and you can vaguely make out their shapes. One of them, though, the rest are moving around frantically as dogs who are agitated do, but one of them, the one that is just doing slow, steady, bark, bark, bark. Its voice sounds almost like it's barking through like a cylinder, like a steel cylinder. There's a strange Doppler to it. And I would like you to make me a perception check. Now, you can see in the dark, so this is going to be great for you.
I don't think I actually have dark vision, do I?
Furbolgs do. Pretty sure.
Oh. Somehow missed it on my setup. Okay.
I'll double check that real quick.
Yeah. Solid roll. I've got a 23.
23? Oh, do you actually not? My bad. I always assumed that all fey creatures do. Okay, well, hey, never mind what I said. You will squint in the dark, so, can you know what, but the moon's really bright tonight, so...
The moon is looking at everything, so
Right.
it should be able. We should be able to
Looking
see.
like you're gonna die. That's
so-
Exalar.
That's Exalar, right? I should just put an E at the end of it. Okay, anyway, what did you get?
I've got 23.
You are going to see the dog begin to howl. This long, low bray. And as it does, you are going to see like the seam of a jacket being torn. Its lips begin to pull and stretch down its jaw as its mouth opens. Like some animals you read about once in a zoology book that had been brought by a traveler. Alligator? The dog's mouth stretches and opens until the jaws extend down into its chest cavity. The other dogs begin to lose their shit. And that is when you notice that it's raining outside. All of you will notice the sound of pitter-patter, 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 pitter-patter. Things are striking into the glass. I'd like you to make me a perception roll if you're facing the glass right now.
Is the glass facing away from the mess hall? Because I think at least Thorena is probably looking
It is
towards the
facing
mess hall.
it is looking at you, so you'd be looking away from the glass.
Yeah, okay, so Thorena's keeping an eye on that while everyone's looking outside.
Aoden's got a 16.
Do I want
Nice.
to look outside? I don't know if I want to look outside.
I don't think you do still, but
I don't want. I'm too short to look outside.
I'm sorry, but the dogs are calling me.
all right. And what did you get, Muse or Ziel, if you were looking?
12.
Yeah, I'll be with Thorena, kind of making sure nothing happens.
All right. As you glance outside, it'll sound like hail striking against the window. Aoden, you realize quickly, it is not. It's insects. Flying into the glass with such velocity that they splatter. Hundreds and hundreds of them suicide bomb the glass. And then, this mass of guts and wings and carapaces pulse like a beating heart and begin to fuse together, obscuring your view as thick, ropey veins begin to form between them. A membrane tissue coats the window.
Aoden's gonna back the hell up.
Uh-huh. Muse is gonna do that too.
Is there like a table or something like a prop
There are
up?
tons
like,
of
bar-
tables. You're in the mess hall. now.
Great.
Tables lying everywhere around you. Chairs. Oh god, those chairs look good. So you start to barricade this wall of windows. Everyone else, as you are looking around, Thorena, you and Ziel, was anybody else headed over into the mess toward the canteen area?
Wherever would you think would be the most...
Probably the kitchen would be
Yeah,
the easiest.
yeah.
Because
With
then
like
you can
things
get
like
knives.
even like using like a giant pot lid as a shield or something like that.
As you head over toward the kitchen, that large shutter gate that normally comes down across the serving counter, with your passive perception, you'll notice that it's busted. It's bent and torn at one side. Part of the lock that holds it in place, usually it's two padlocks, one on the right side, one on the left. It's a 20-foot wide gate, and it's been bashed off. The lock has been left on the ground, and it looks like it's been bent up about large enough for one of you maybe to crawl through.
So it looks like it's been like tampered with to get into, not busted through by a creature, right? It's
Make me an investigation check to see what you can see.
oh boy, okay.
I will say that there is a lot of blood around it.
Mine is
Yay.
2, that's gonna be 6.
6? You're not sure. Something busted through there, though, and there is a huge swath of blood, nearly half a foot wide.
Can I try a roll?
Are you going to head over there and find them?
Yes.
Yeah, you're staying away
Because
from the
I don't
window.
want to look out the window.
So yeah, you go ahead and make me an investigation roll. Ziel, what are you doing?
I will probably look to see what's going on too. So I'm gonna
Go ahead.
Does a 15 help?
A 15. A 15 does help.
Okay.
that will be
Wait,
23.
23. You and Ziel are going to look at it, and yeah, it looks like someone bashed the lock off of this corner and bent it. You're actually going to see that next to the blood, there's bits of splinters, where it looks like someone lodged a piece of wood under it to bend the gate up.
Where's that blood come from?
Now, the area behind the counter has like a serving area, and then about 30 feet of misshapen kitchen. Workspaces and so on.
Yeah.
This is actually the corner that you crawled over earlier today to grab that cake.
Yeah. But it wasn't covered in blood then.
Not that you know of. The blood pudding was there, but it was tastier.
Different blood. Yeah.
Can we hear anything?
You can make me a perception roll.
Oh, I would love to do that.
Oh, good for you.
Ooh, 14.
14? Okay. Anyone else going to strain to listen?
Yeah, why not?
Do it.
Oh. Yeah, that's a 7.
7. Sherry.
Oh yeah, let's give it a shot.
Okay.
Let's wing it.
I believe in you.
Nope. 2.
Okay.
2. What? What?
All right, Muse. What are you doing while Aoden is barricading the door or the windows and?
She's gonna go in and she's primarily going to look for weaponry.
Sure. Looking through the mesh, you can see that there are a number of kitchen knives inside of the kitchen. You just got to get inside of that grate, and you can crawl through that bent hole right now if you want.
You know what? She's going to.
Okay. So as you're all looking around and listening, Muse is just going to like hop through that hole, smearing
Muse.
some of the gore.
What are you doing? I didn't hear anything from that perception check.
You didn't hear anything at all.
Nobody heard that.
Careful, Muse.
Is there anything else like around in this area that I can see?
You can see that there's a trail of blood on the ground. It's a bit hard to see in the dark, but you do have dark vision. You see that it kind of winds up and around one of the center tables, and you are going to see that nearby, on one of the stations where the chefs would bring out the large like roasts of elk and some of the suckling pigs that they would use to serve at some of the bigger nights. There's a carving station there. There's no knife there. But there is a substantial pool of blood in the center of the table.
Oh, we know what happened to the knife.
Are you trying to be stealthy?
Yes, I am.
Okay, can you make me a stealth check, please? Just you.
Coming right up.
Or anybody else who's going in there with
That's
you.
pretty good.
I think after Muse goes in, Thorana's gonna try and sneak behind because she's.
21 for stealth, Kelly.
Okay, 21. Sounds good.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to make your way. You know there are some more knives in the back, big carving numbers. Thorana, are you trying to be stealthy?
Yes, I rolled an 8.
An 8? Okay. Sounds good. You are
Slips
going...
in a pool of blood.
I was going to say, you're going to slip in a pool of blood and bang your elbow. And Muse, as that happens, you're going to hear a slight squeak, like the sound of a boot, on the other side of the carving station. Alright, you sons of bitches. You're coming for me, I'm going to come for you.
Do I recognize the voice?
Make me an intelligence check. I want to see if you do. It's speaking common.
Okay. Ooh, that's a intelligence you said?
Yeah.
18.
18? Sounds good. You will recognize this as a human voice of Darvis, a gardener who works outside here. And as you recognize that, you're going to hear squeak, and a human shape is going to kind of just lunge up onto the table and is going to wave around, just kind of yelling at you. He's dressed in like a pair of dark work pants, as well as like his blue work shirt that's tucked into his blue work tunic that's tucked into his belt. And as he is waving a knife around in your face, is just kind of wild-eyed. This kind of tan-skinned human with kind of curly black hair and just like a very frenetic look in his eyes. You'll see that his right hand has been severed halfway to the elbow. And in its place, he has tied a big cleaver to it. And it's...
Can I...
Muse, what the hell are you doing here? You get away from her! He's gonna wave a cleaver in your face, Thorana.
What? What?
Darvis?
What?
You're
What
not
are you doing
monsters.
here?
No. You're not a monster either.
Well, nice of you to notice, kid.
Are
What's with
there
all the
any
yelling in
weapons
there?
here?
Well, I've got old Bessie. He holds up the
Yeah,
cleaver.
we were mostly coming in to find some weapons.
Did they touch any of you?
No.
What?
Well, I
Did
got
they-
thrown through a wall.
Take off your clothes.
What? Whoa.
Take off your clothes. If they touched you, they can get into you.
And she's gonna,
What?
Okay. And she.
Yeah, Thorano will start
they're just wearing like robes, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna get like this really dopey smirk, and they go, "No, serious, Darvis. We can do this. All right, you're looking good, real good."
I always look really good. She's gonna put her
Meanwhile,
robe back on.
outside the cage right now, Ziel and Sherry and probably Aoden, who's done barricading, are going to turn around and see that there's a strip show inside of the kitchen.
And it'll come
What's
running over.
going on?
Put your clothes back on!
Is
right.
there anything on me? Is there anything on me?
No,
She's
you're
like
both-
spinning around.
You're both clear.
The hell is going on?
Maybe you should try jumping jack. No, you're both fine. You're both fine. You're both fine. You're all fine. Everything's
Darvis.
fine.
Weaponry.
How are you?
I'm fine.
What else is back here?
Big cleavers, hunk of meat in the fridge. I'm wondering, do any of you have any first aid knowledge? He is dripping blood out of the stump.
Yes, yes, I can. Let me see your arm.
Good, because I'm starting to get a little woozy, and not just because of the show.
Alright,
Let me take a look.
if you want to take care of him, I'll go look in the back for knives.
Yeah, look for something I could use as a shield as well.
Okay.
I'm used to carrying a shield, so if you could get me that, that'd be great.
Okay. Muse, you can run off and do an investigation check. The rest of you, are you entering the kitchen at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I fit?
Through that, you can make it fit if you make me a strength check.
Maybe he could lift the door up
That's
again?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I'd probably just be
Yeah,
like,
just open the door. Just
that's-
open the door.
This is the strength check I'm asking for.
okay.
Yeah.
Can I help
Gotcha, okay.
Aoden with that then?
Yes, you may, to give him advantage.
All right.
Sherry, you can get through without even trying.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna walk under it, and it's not even a limbo contest.
I guess I've got 18 plus I can lift extra amounts.
Okay, so you'll be able to pry it open enough that you can slide under. Looking around, Muse, you're going to rush to the back, and you are going to find various pots and pans, skillets, like big cast iron skillets. You're going to find some pretty sizable knives, like we're talking like the knives that people at like donair restaurants use, which are basically like small scimitars.
Ooh, yeah.
Those are great.
As well
Like
as
a
meat
machete.
mallets. Yeah, basically like a machete. So you'll be able to come back with those, as well as thick pot lids for like industrial soup pots, which will function
Machete for
as
Sherry.
shields until they take too much damage.
Yeah, so Muse will just start bringing stuff to the front and be like,
works.
"All right, I found some stuff.
Perfect.
It's not amazing, but it's better than nothing."
All right, so real quick,
Better than a stick.
Lorena, give me a medicine check.
Yes. Alrighty. That is going to be dirty 20.
Okay, you'll be. Yeah, he sure did cut off his own arm. That's some of the bones sticking out of the meat still. That's not good. Well,
Kind of crazy.
you can probably bandage it up. There is a small healer's kit inside of every kitchen. Mostly
Perfect, yeah,
mostly
sure.
just gauze and some alcohol.
Yeah, she'll do that. This is going to sting a little bit, but it'll help clean the wound.
What is it? Ah!
Just
that
think
it?
about the show you got earlier.
Nope, still hurts. Ah, still hurts. Ow.
Sorry.
All right, each of you will be able to be outfitted with some things. For one, if anybody who's taking a chef's knife, that is going to be 1d4 like a dagger. Anyone who's taking a, there is one of the medium size, the large machete style knives. That will be 1d6, no disadvantage on the damage. If you take any meat mallets or anything, that is going to be the equivalent of a light hammer, which is 1d4 bludgeoning. And they do have one industrial-sized potato masher, a big wooden number. That is going to be a full mace, 1d6. There is an endless amount of kitchen knives in here, though. So 1d4, you got those in spades. As well,
Said there was industrial skillets?
There are large skillets. Those are going to be 1d6 bludgeoning, the same as a mace.
I'm taking the large meat.
If no one
machete.
else,
Are you proficient in short swords?
Oh no!
So that is the length that they are. So this they're like 2 feet long. So like
Okay, I better take a paring knife or something.
it'll
What
count
about a
as 1d4.
scimitar? Would
I'm
that
3 feet
satisfy
tall.
that?
It's still gonna be a sword.
Lorraine
it
will
is-
probably take the mace if no one else wants it.
Sorry, James, what were you asking?
I was wondering if the proficiency in scimitar would qualify for that.
You
for
would,
that
yes.
longish blade.
Short sword or scimitar
Alright.
would be fine.
So he'll probably take that then, because he actually has some capacity left.
That sounds
Watery
good.
bint lobs a scimitar at you. Sorry.
In theory, you could also probably rig a blowgun up here, if you really wanted to, with like cocktail skewers. I'm trying to think what else we have here that would work in a kitchen. A rapier? No. A pike? No.
How many potlets? Because I know you, Zia.
Anybody who is
use a
proficient with
shield.
shields could equip one,
Okay, cool.
and this
There's
would be
enough for
better
all
than
of
your
us?
door. There are enough pot lids for all of you if you are proficient. That is
No,
Okay.
I'm not
I
gonna
will
worry
take.
about.
I'll take one of those.
Yes,
all
me
right.
too.
Uh,
I prefer the human shield variety. It
yep.
works
You
better.
could also use pots as helmets if you really wanted to, but
That's Sylvester's
So
job.
it increases AC by 2. Okay, cool. So now I'm at 12 for my current AC. Woohoo!
all right.
Am I better off with my headboard, or
I would
can trade
take
that
one's more durable, one's more maneuverable.
which
I'll,
one's,
I'll
like,
say
what would-
that I'll say that you had to leave the headboard outside actually because it is quite sizable to get
Okay.
inside here. So
I'll
grab a
trade
pot
up
lid.
to whatever the new one is.
Yeah, and then when you
Pot
leave,
lid?
you can always
Yeah.
swap back if you don't want it.
Okay, I will take the paring knife. What kind of a damage is that gonna
1d4,
be?
it's a dagger.
1d4. Okay, dagger. Perfect.
All right. So all of that, you are going to find that as well as some food. If you are hungry at all, after what you've seen, I would doubt it.
Yeah.
You
No.
gotta watch out. These things touch you and they get into you. They start to corrupt you. It speaks to your mind, Darvis says. One of those nurses, you know, the ones with the big hoo-has, came at me, bit me on the thumb. He holds up his knife hand. Whatever's evil and in him, it got into my hand, so I cut it off before it could reach, you know, my heart.
Can I just take another look at you to see if it's
Oh yeah,
if you're actually right?
fair enough, baby. Tete-a-tete. I'll need help with the buttons, though.
Sure.
So,
Could we not just do something easy like, I don't know, detect poison and disease, which I could do?
I
I
mean,
mean,
if
if
you
want
want
to waste the spell slots, sure. I don't want to.
Well, look him over first, I guess.
All right, so if you help undo his tunic, and you know what? Truth be told, he's in really good shape. Like he is like a full-time gardener, so he's got abs, he's got the V. He's got like a little tuft of 1970s chest hair, you know.
Sorry. Nice.
He's still missing a hand with a cleaver attached to it, but you like what you see? See? I got no monsters.
Is he
right.
actually clean? Does he actually look clean?
He looks covered in blood and grime, but he looks to be to be uninfected.
Monster
Yes.
free.
No, I see no monsters. You may
Good.
put your clothes back on.
Look, what we need to do is we need to get out of here. They have the weapons downstairs in the admin office. Right behind it is where security takes their things. We get some good weapons. We get the hell out of here. Earlier, they were primed up to take, what's his name?
Flynn.
Sorry, he doesn't snap his fingers because he doesn't have them anymore. They were
He's trying
to
in his
take,
head.
to take, he scratches the side of his head with the cleaver.
Oh,
Careful.
They were taking.
you'll poke your eye out.
Yeah, there are horses outside and a carriage. All we have to do is get to them and ride the hell out of there. Sound good?
Sounds
Don't-
good.
You look like
anyone
you've had a
else-
hell of a night, but don't worry, kids. As long as you're with Darvis, you're safe. No monster is going to get the jump on me. And as he says that, a tentacle reaches through the roof and
Yep.
pulls him in half.
Yup.
Ah! He screams, and I need an initiative roll from you as soon as we
Oh,
get back from this break.
Oh,
Well,
Knew something like that was gonna happen.
We'll see you in
Right.
just a sec, folks. Don't go anywhere. Hello, folks. This is the portion of the program where we... Oh, hey, the Onyx Path is raiding just in time. Hey, folks, how's it
Hey.
going? So, Onyx Path, we are here. We're going to talk to the chat for put time on the clock. We're going to be out of... We'll give 8 minutes. So, 9:20 is when I will be cut off. So, hey, so the Onyx Path is raiding us right now. If you're watching this later on YouTube, a raid is when a bunch of viewers come from another channel to watch us. So, the Onyx Path, great to see you, folks. I want to say real quick that if you like horror games, the Onyx Path is the company that you should be following. They are the inheritors of some of the... You okay
Sorry.
over there?
Yeah, oh yeah. Cat pulled the iPad down.
Oh, great. Some of the greatest horror-themed games that exist on the role-playing market, everything from the entire Chronicles of Darkness line to bits of the World of Darkness and even more. Case in point, they also are one of the creators or the publishers of my favorite role-playing game of all time, Mage the Ascension. And funny enough, I'm running Mage the Ascension this Saturday at 7 p.m. over on their channel. Which you should come and watch. I'll be back next Saturday, the 12th, on Dork Tales, continuing the game there. But in the meanwhile, come join me on Onyx Path, folks. I think you really like it.
my wig comes for that game because I
Yeah.
had to get a wig for a character. Cause
I hope it comes too. And Plastic Age plays. Good to see you. Oh, by the way, Plastic Age, I will get that character sheet to you soon. I've got it mostly filled out. I just gotta pick. I took student debt. I hope you don't mind. Fantastic people over there. They are doing a Kickstarter for Lore of the Traditions, which is the most recent Mage the Ascension Kickstarter. It looks amazing. I'm going to be honest. We got advanced copies because we're running out of it. It's really good. Like, go. It is. It is one of the best Mage supplements that I have read. All of the stuff that Onyx Path has done with Mage has been like really top tier. But it's one of the best supplements that has been put out for Mage. It's really, really thoughtful and really clever. And not just because there's a rote called NFT, non-fungible TAS. Yeah, I knew James would get that. Hey, James.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
yes?
you know how streaming's my job?
Yeah.
You remember how I used to say that Mage is great when I was running it as LARP, but I couldn't get paid to do it? Now I'm
Okay.
getting paid to run Mage on the Onyx Path, technically.
I know, right?
Life is weird,
Very
folks. Not that Onyx Path is paying me, but I get ad revenue when it goes up on my channel. So that's funny. Here's the fun thing about being a professional. If you make $1, technically you're a professional. You're not a very well paid professional, but hey, that's streaming for you. All right. Hello, Star Wars fan 20,000. Good to see you. And that reminds me, Robin, one of these days, I got to run a Star Wars game for you, don't I?
yeah, yes, I do. I got it as a Christmas gift. It was nice.
It's true. It's true. Given all of my creative team special presents. All right, so folks.
I also need to watch Star Wars again.
Oh yeah.
I mean, watch the good ones. Like, you like The Mandalorian. Apparently Boba Fett's okay, so you can watch that. It's more your speed. Like bounty hunting and stuff. How are you all enjoying the horror tonight?
Oh, so
Good.
good.
fantastic.
The music and the background
the
noise
music.
has been like chef kiss. I've been nervous the entire game, which is beautiful.
Thank you. What is your favorite Star Wars movie? The original. Sorry, someone in the chat just asked. Star Wars fan, probably. The original. Anybody else have a different answer? Favorite Star Wars movie?
Can I say Clone Wars series? I'm not the biggest fan of the movies.
Oof.
Oh.
New Hope? Yeah, New Hope.
Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith.
Really?
Yeah.
It is the best out of the prequel trilogies.
It's the best Star Wars.
Okay. We're going to talk later.
I would probably say the 2009 Star Trek.
I would say that's the worst Star Wars movie. They didn't even get the title right. And bullshit, you like The Mandalorian and you know it.
I do like The Mandalorian a lot.
Mandalorian's
So
if you said
good.
TV show, like The Mandalorian's boss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Clone Wars is really good. And I've never seen the animated one, like the actual hand-drawn one by Genndy Tarkovsky, but Robin and I recently sat down and watched the first episode of Primal. And that's Genndy Tarkovsky as well. Ooh, so good.
Oh no, Kel is frozen.
Yeah, she's
she's just looking down. It's fine. Hold on, everybody.
I think we're gonna lose her.
Robin, you're bad at this.
I'm sorry.
Is the Bad
I'm
Batch fun?
trying to text Kel, who's panicking in our Facebook chat.
Oh, is she? I wasn't looking. Oh,
Yes,
all right.
yes.
All right, so folks,
And
we're
here we are like,
Yeah.
just like
Kel's freaking out, and it's just like, guys.
okay, yeah. If you got to re-sign in, Kel, just re-sign in. It's probably her cat. Did it.
There was one of your monsters?
Was it? No, they don't have the ability. They can't disconnect you until level 4.
Oh, okay.
Wait, where's Vincent?
yeah, I was gonna say obviously Vincent is level 4.
Vincent's in the corner, like
His ears are dabbing.
that's just a flaw. So folks, when Kel's Zoom finally disconnects, we're gonna swap to a Be Right Back screen again. But we'll be back very soon. I promise. So yeah, anything else interesting? So come watch us for Mage, and then come back for my birthday, because I'm broadcasting on my birthday over. Oh, there we go. Hey, I'm Sherry now, and Traz, you're running the game,
Wait, what?
and we're back already. All right, that was quick. I just gotta move
Yay.
people around, so I need to be where Traz is, and then
Yes,
Kel,
please.
Kel and James need to switch places, and then Kel needs to be up here, which means that Traz needs to
Oh,
be down
we're
here.
getting a raid from Nat 19. Hello.
What? Nat 19's here, right as everything
Hello.
collapses.
Right as
course it
everything
is.
goes to
Boop, boop.
crap.
Right
Okay,
as
hold on.
everything
Just-
collapses.
There we go. Hello, Nat 19. Good to see you there. We're just about to head back into our horror game that we're running, and I hope you're all having a fantastic night. What were you streaming tonight? It's Tuesday night, so is that... Would your cat knock over this time? They were playing
a bottle.
BioShock Infinite. Dude, BioShock Infinite is like one of the best PlayStation 3 games ever. I love it.
So good.
Oh, good.
Star Wars
Infinite
fan,
is amazing.
a Star Wars fan asks you, Kat, specifically, Mandalorian or Death Squad? Oh, Mandalorians or Death Squad? Which do you prefer? I don't think you know the difference.
I don't know the difference.
Do you want like the Mandalorians that are cool, or the Mandalorians that are kind of assholes but also still cool?
I mean, if you put it like that, I'll take the asshole ones who
Yeah,
are still
so
cool.
she's Death Squad. She's Death Squad. Absolutely, she's Death Squad.
Makes sense.
And I am CG Mark Hamill.
Ha!
Ooh.
Right?
Why didn't they just get Sebastian Stan? They look identical. Okay. Anyway,
Oh, have you seen the Corridor Crew episode where they did the deep fake?
yeah, they looks way better.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't do
Yeah,
much.
just
They
get their dude.
didn't they just clean it up?
No, they
Oh.
they put their own guy in it and they did their own deep fake. And then they ran
I
it
didn't
side
see
by
that.
side.
I did see that
Oh,
a
go
deep
see that
faker basically refurnished Mark's face and it looked better.
Yeah. No, check out Corridor Crew and or Corridor Digital, whichever one, on YouTube. And yeah.
So, folks, we're going to hop back into game in just one sec. I'm just going to say one last thing before we do, and that's really interesting tidbit. Any of us who got to see Spider-Man No Way Home before the break, there are scenes in the movie that have been edited while the movie has been in theaters. They have replaced.
What?
Yeah, Disney went back in. Well, Marvel and Disney went back in and replaced certain shots. So the first time you see Willem Dafoe is in different angles.
What?
They've
Oh,
edited
that's
some of the
awesome.
scenes, and they've edited certain like portal effects for Doctor Strange. No spoilers, but like, yeah, they have edited certain scenes while the movie's still in theater because that's how quickly they can do digital editing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Jeez.
I saw a Twitter thread where people were like taking photos and being like, "This isn't the scene." Yeah. So why can't we just get a slightly better Luke's face?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, it wouldn't take you that much trouble just to go in and redo it on Disney Plus, dude. Like, I say to you, Mickey, ho-ho! Fix his face! Anyway,
You mean Favreau?
I guess it would be Favreau.
Yes, Favreau.
I believe in John Favreau.
I do too.
Okay.
Too. He's...
All right, everybody, crack your necks, flex your pecs, and let's get ready to head
I'll
back
say
into game.
Favreau, let's Fav go back into game.
Sit back, relax, and
Nice.
enjoy the magic of Dork Tales.
Enjoy the
Yes.
magic of Dork Tales. Don't worry, no spoilers. Some of you haven't been able to make it out to the movies, and that's good. Be safe, enjoy your lives, and take care. And it'll be on Disney Plus soon enough, probably, or wherever Sony will send it. Probably Netflix. Probably goes to Netflix. Anyway, all right, folks, you ready to head back into horror?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right.
Spoop it up.
Hello and welcome back to Dirge for Exalar, here on Dork Tales. Above you, suddenly there is a cacophonous noise as one of the tiles on the roof break away and tendrils punch down through the floor, grabbing on to Darvis. With a scream, he is pulled up through the roof. There is a wrenching noise, and the right arm containing the cleaver attached to it will clatter down onto the table. What you will see above you is a long, pale tendril, like a worm, roughly the size of a pair of men's legs, rolled together, starts around the ceiling. There is a crunching noise and a scream. Oh God, it's got my eyes! And then blood will start to rain down. What are you all doing?
Run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Run.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm all about the run right
is
now.
good.
If you were,
Sounds
if
good.
you were trying to get through that hole, I want athletics checks from all of you. You know what? Let's do acrobatics checks to try to dive through that hole.
All right, come right up.
Sure, I got neither.
Ooh, 21.
21?
21.
Ooh, 4.
4.
Oh yeah, 4.
21.
Okay.
Actually,
So,
wow.
Muse, doing a running start, you're just going to like kind of drop to your legs, do like a little kick up with your front paws between your legs to get a little bit of momentum and dive through the hole. Coming through the other side, enough time to see Aoden leap through. The other three are not quite as agile and are going to get held up right there at the edge. And I would
Can...
want...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You're leaping through at the moment, so...
Did my voluminous backside barricade the hole?
That ass claps for days.
All right, so at this exact moment, as this thing starts to lap around the roof, you are going to see that this tendril that reaches down splits open, almost like if you drag a knife down a sausage. It is lined with sharp teeth that fold out from it. And at the tip, where you expect a mouth or some type of grabbing appendage at the end of the tentacle, it will bulb over like a flower bud. And a wicked, pale, human face will stick out of it. Its mouth a ruin of teeth. What I need you to do is, when this face basically looks like this tentacle is giving birth to Gollum's face. That is the face you're seeing, like that type of like warped kind of. And as this happens, I need you to do me a favor. Everyone who did not make it through the hole needs to make me a wisdom, an insight check.
Okay.
That I do.
What? Dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
That'll be 23.
22.
Okay. You start to feel. You start to feel the room tilt slightly, and you see that the blood and grime on the ground begins to kind of... Have you ever seen iron filings with a magnet?
Yeah.
And the way they slowly rise up? The blood and gore begins to reach out toward your feet, and you get this feeling like it's trying to wrap around you and root you, but both of you, all three of you actually, are going to shake it off and see that you cannot... no, it's not. It's not grabbing you yet. You still have a time to make it through. All right, who is trying to jump through first, and is anyone on the other side helping?
Throw me through.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Basically, as soon as she lands, rolls, and comes out, she's going to go back and try and yank the next person through.
Sounds good. All right, so who's going first? Muse will give you advantage on your acrobatics check to dive through.
Okay, throw me through.
I'll go last.
Okay.
Yeah, Aeden's going to turn around and try to help too.
Okay,
He's got nice
so-
long arms.
Aiden, you'll be able to give Tharina advantage on her roll.
Okay, 16.
16, perfect. All right, what did you get on your roll, Kel? Because you were going
Oh, I
first.
haven't rolled yet.
Yeah, so you have advantage?
Oh, yes, I rolled 16. And I
16?
actually have acrobatic. No, I don't. What was it? No, sorry.
So it's a
so
dex-
just a straight 16.
16. All right, you'll be able to go through with Muse's help, leaving you, Ziel. Ziel, what do? Do you want to try to make it through on your own?
Yeah, there's a bunch of cabinets in here, right?
There are many cabinets, yes.
Are they bolted to the wall?
They... What do you want to do?
I have telekinetic movement where I can move a loose object that is large or smaller into an unoccupied space. So I want to move something in front of us.
If I would... You know what? We have a Star Wars fan in the chat right now. I would be amiss if I didn't let you pull a Vader and throw some piping or something at this thing. So go ahead. So one of the overhead shelves on the right, or we'll say, why not a rack of dinner plates? Like, just like, you know how a restaurant has like bus trays full of plates that they're kept aside for service? So you've got 40 plates in a square, basically, that you can hurl.
I was thinking more of putting a big cabinet between us and the thing.
Oh, yeah, sure, absolutely. So we'll say that one of the cabinets is not bolted. It's too large to be bolted. There's no need. So you can reach out with your psionic ability. Do you have to do anything for that?
Nope. As long as the space is unoccupied, I can bring it as long as it's within 30 feet.
All right, that sounds good. You are going to be able to do that. Is this an action or a bonus action?
This is an action.
Okay, so using that as your action, the coin is flipped to the offer. You could use your bonus action to use acrobatics through the hole if you'd like.
Yep, I'll do that.
Okay, let's flip that. Coin is in my favor.
And is that straight since I was last
That's
one
straight
out?
because the other two are just pulled through.
No, that'll be 3.
3. All right, so you leap up to try to go through and find yourself lodged, just because like this smashed back down after Aiden jumped through it and bent it back up, and you are just a little bit lodged. Beginning of the new round, this thing is going to... Ooh, that's funny. You are going to hear this horrible voice. It was you who took the cake, isn't it? It's you who took the cake, and now I'm going to eat you. Echoes from 4 mouths at once. Ziel, you're still in the room. You're within 30 feet. I need a wisdom save.
Oh, I get advantage on these, thankfully.
It's true.
Oh my god. That will be 10.
10? Okay. This thing, you are frightened of this creature until your next turn, which seems like a good idea, to be honest. As you look behind, this creature is going to reach up and grab the cabinet between you and is going to rip it in half. However, the cabinet is not you, which buys you some time. Aiden, Muse, Tharina, and Sherry, it is your turn. Ziel is stuck behind the gate, kind of like wedged underneath where it was bent. What do you do?
Aoden's going to give the order to the spirit to just sweep forward and then envelop it, and then port him behind us.
Okay.
He'll just do the fiery teleportation.
Now, I'm just double checking the way that works, if you can send it independently of you. So the spirit And each willing creature of your choice within 5 feet of it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
15. Must make a dex against your spell save or take fire damage. Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of explosive wherever it arrives.
Okay, and I'm assuming that everybody left the location that that you're teleporting from. All right, so a little fire spirit jumps up on you, and in a sudden pillar of flame, you will just appear 15 feet away near your friends. This creature moves down from the ceiling and looks at you, and then shoots back up into it. All right, you're in the mess hall. You have some equipment. What do you do?
We should get down to the admin office where our equipment is.
Yeah, move,
Yeah.
move
What
now,
he said.
move now.
Let's go. Run.
Let's go now.
Okay.
Run.
And one moment, please. As you, ooh, yeah, let's bring these boys out.
Yep.
As you, all right, there are 2 directions you can run. You can run up toward the surgical suite, or you can run down through the stairwell on the western wall.
Well, Western Wall?
Yeah,
Western
wherever
Wall?
the closest.
Western Wall?
Yeah.
Yeah. Western Wall.
Western wall. All right, rushing over to that. Rushing over to that stairwell. You are going to push through the double doors that lead to the stairwell, and as you do, anyone here with a perception passive above 12 is going to hear wailing echo up from the lower stairwell.
Do we recognize the voice?
No.
No, it's something that wants to eat us. No, let's keep going. And it's
Wasn't
sad that it's
this-
not eating us.
You'll
Isn't
have
the
to go.
stairwell where we're going to be going down anyways?
It is at the bottom of the stairs. You cannot see it is underneath the bottom landing.
We need to go down anyways.
Could just try to be sneaky.
Yeah.
Hug the wall.
Who's there? Who's there? I can hear you. Why are you hiding from me? Am I that ugly now? They took my face. They took my face. And it is going to let out a horrible wail. Who was the last person to speak? Please remind me. Was that Thorena or was that
I think
Muse?
it might have been
Yeah.
Thorena.
You know what? I'm gonna flip the
Yeah.
coin. Thorena and Muse,
Yeah,
both of you
could-
make me a charisma save.
Is this
Yeah.
for being charmed?
This is not charm related.
Okay, cool. Just one upside advantage on that.
Charisma save?
Yeah.
Charisma.
That's going to be a 22.
30-20.
Dirty 20. Okay. You are going to get a sense that there is this wail starts to like pierce in at your eardrums, but you're able to just shut out whatever effect this would have had on you and steel yourself.
Alright, there's something down there. We need to go down anyways.
Oh, well, we could try going the other way.
Oh, with that tentacle thing behind us, let's just move.
Yeah, let's just go.
Alright.
Hey.
And
Oh.
Muse is going to have her warhammer ready and start heading down the stairs.
All right.
Yep,
At the
Thorena
bottom
has her
of
shield.
At the bottom of the stairs, you are going to see this nightmare creature with 4 arms, 2 of them melded together in front of it as if they were bound, except they're not. They're not glued together. They're held together by rows of sharp teeth that are biting into the opposite forearm as if... Have you ever seen those videos of those pincer ants that seal things with their own... that you can use ants as stitches?
Yep. Yep.
The teeth that are running along this person's forearm are doing that. And when they look up, you can see the remnants of a face. One of the patients that was in the eastern wing, actually, except their face is a honeycomb of fat cells that have grown through the flesh, tumorously leaking bile down the sides. Normally, this was a handsome young man of about 30 years old. A little bit older. He was a half-elf. But now 2 other arms raise up and wave, and he squats down like a frog with his lower elbows, the ones that are fused between his knees. Give me an initiative roll.
Oh, wow, this dice keeps rolling really
The
nicely
offer
for
is
me.
up, by the way. It is on your side.
17.
17, okay.
I'll pop that in. Or chat.
Okay, Thorena, Aoden, then Sherry, then Grifo, then Ziel, actually, that's weird, and Muse. All right, so Thorena, what do you do? This creature tries to reach out with a psychic yell that does not appear to affect you at all.
Okay. Does this thing look like it?
It does not look nearly as deadly as what was upstairs in the roof.
Yeah, no. I'm just wondering because I know we noticed some things were like acidy and like dripping
This looks tumorous.
tumors. Okay, I'm gonna hit it with a poison spray. Can you give me a con save, please?
Does a 12 hit? Or 12 work?
It fails. Perfect.
Okay. All right, so you're going to rush down the stairwell to the first landing because it's basically down, landing down to the main floor. As you hit that, you can raise your hands, call out to Zonos, and unleash a poison spray upon it.
Ooh, 11 points of poison spray.
You are going to splash poison on its face. It's going to start to eat through the side of its face, causing the tumorous bits to begin to liquefy, and it reminds you of the toads, the way it runs like candle wax down the side of this pallid face. Do you do anything else with your round, or just hold there at the top of the stairs?
You probably hold at the top of the stairs, like shield out.
Okay, holding at the landing. All right, Aoden, it's your turn. What do you do?
Aoden's gonna go run right past Thorena and try to make for the second set of stairs going down.
So it's stairwell, landing, stairwell. So you're gonna just kind of push past her and down.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep heading down because was the creature on the landing, or
It is at the lowest landing, basically at the door below.
Oh, at the door below.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's right in our way.
Yeah.
All right. In which case, he's going to actually settle behind her, and I'm not gonna run past her. He's gonna settle right behind her and open fire with cantrips.
Sounds good.
So I will fire at it with produce flame, and then my buddy will fire seed it.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead. Give me your attacks.
That one's gonna be 14
Hit.
from mine, and then for the fire spirits it'll be 11.
Okay, that is going to be a miss, but yours is going to hit. Go ahead and roll me.
Right. It was produce flame. Was that D6 or what was that? My apologies. I just misremembered my dice type.
That's okay. You're a new cleric, so.
Druid.
Oh, sorry, Druid. I don't know what I'm.
I am
thinking
the
today.
cleric.
You're the cleric.
Wait. James changed
Wizard.
classes.
Yep, there it is. What was it?
Probably is a
I'm
D6.
looking at it. Make a ranged attack on a hit. It does D8 fire damage.
Oh, D8. All right.
Ooh.
This is
That's
not a
4
D8.
fire damage.
Okay. All right, your flames lick out. It's going to dodge to the side, using its additional appendages to sway itself out of the way of the fire bead that shoots at it. All right, that is going to be your turn. Sherry, it is your turn.
Okay, I just want to sneak by.
Well, that's probably not going to happen at this point.
No, it's probably not gonna happen. I want to, but it's not gonna happen. Okay.
Unless
well,
you use, you have that one spell that'll allow you to run past it without.
I mean, we could try it. It's a
Do
little
you still have any
weird.
level 1 spells?
Yeah, I haven't used any. I've only used one level 1.
You used mage armor and I don't know
Yeah.
what else. Okay.
Nope, I only used. I used mage armor and one cantrip. I used light. My light
Well, and you
cantrip.
also used that one that knocks people down. From last episode,
Oh, right, from last session. Yes, sapping sting.
which is a cantrip, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It is a cantrip. We discovered it as a cantrip. Yeah, we can try the weird one.
Which one's that? It's called. Is it Gift of
that one.
Alacrity or is it?
No, kinetic jaunt, isn't it?
Okay.
That we were gonna try. Where is it?
So Kinetic Jaunt is one of the ones from the Exandria book,
Yeah.
the Wildemount book. So it's a concentration, so you can't cast any other concentration spells, and if you take damage,
Yep.
you risk losing it. It lasts for 1 minute, and it costs a bonus action only, so you can still do an action like use a cantrip like Sapping Sting.
Ooh, okay. But I can't
you're-
cast sapping sting again.
Is it
Can
a
I?
cantrip?
It is a cantrip.
You can spam cantrips.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
So you don't provoke opportunity attacks. You can move through the space of
Right.
other creatures, and it doesn't count as difficult terrain, even if they're not friends of yours.
Yeah.
And your walking speed is now 35.
Yeah. That is very.
So
yes.
yeah, if you wanted
So,
to
yeah, let's-
rush down, you could make it all the way
Yep.
down next to this thing and use Sapping Sting on it.
Exactly. I totally want to do that.
Okay, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure I failed my Sapping Sting. What kind of a save is that?
It is a concentration. No, a
Constitution?
con. Sorry, not con.
Okay,
Constitution.
I got an 11. That is going to be a fail. What happens to me with Sapping Sting?
Ooh, 1d4 necrotic damage and
Okay.
fall prone.
All right, roll me a d4.
Okay. That is a 4.
Oh, balls. Okay, this thing is absolutely bloodied. You are going to see Sherry.
gross.
Sherry covers herself with magical energy and just zips down past you, going at lightning speed for a halfling.
Runs like Neo.
Just rips around the corner, rushes down, and as she does, she hurls a little mote of energy that strikes this creature in the chest, and it's going to just drop to the ground as like necrotic energy begins to eat away
creature.
at it.
I'm sorry.
ZL, I'll let you use the offer to go in front of it, since your initiatives were one off each other.
All right, I will, especially since it's prone.
Yep, exactly. So, are you going to run all the way around, or are you just going to jump down on the stairwell on top of it?
Oh, I think I'll jump down on top of it.
You're a fighter, so let's do it. All right, go ahead. Fighters should be able to do epic things, in my opinion.
15.
15 is absolutely going to be a hit. That means, did you roll with advantage?
Yep.
Okay, 15 is going to be a hit. Go ahead, roll me damage. All right, so as you zip around, Ziel's just going to grab the side of the banister on the top landing and hurl himself down, bringing his... what are you still wielding? Are you wielding...
That club.
You're still wielding club? All right, so bringing the chunk of the club down atop this thing's face. Give me your damage.
4.
4 damage, and that's with your strength on top?
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Oh, okay. Okay, this thing is absolutely bloody. You're gonna bring your club down atop its face, cracking it down. It is going to shriek up at you. I need you to make me a charisma save as it wails at you, and then it's gonna wail on you. Ooh, I hope this fails for you. Give me charisma save. What'd you get?
That'd be a 6.
A 6. All right, you are frightened of it, and after, as it takes its turn, you must spend your round just moving as far away from it as possible. It is going to lash out at you and try to bite you on the leg. So here's some fun. That is going to be a 19 to hit you. And here's where the fun begins. Okay, first of all, you are going to take 4 points of piercing damage. And on top of that, you are going to take 4 points of psychic damage. However, that is going to be reduced by half for you. So you're going to take 2 points of psychic damage. However, your hit point total is reduced by that amount until you long rest.
The psychic damage?
The psychic damage, yeah. So,
Okay. Got it.
But here's the other thing. It bites into you and you feel a wave of grief erupt through you. I need you to make me an intelligence save.
Right. Nat 1.
Okay. You, my friend, ooh, this is going to be fun. Ooh, I need you to roll percentiles, please.
All right. Uh, 12.
Okay. You are bitten into, and you feel your pupils constrict as you become paralyzed. You can no longer see what is happening. Instead, you hear the sound of battle all around you. There is a horrible, horrible feeling in your stomach. The world is coming to an end around you. The very stones around you are on fire. How is this even happening? This is impossible. Nothing like this should exist. The walls of Arkgate are melting around you. The stones themselves are turning to magma, and overhead, they're not melting, they're dissolving. This isn't fire, this is acid. And as this horrible flapping above you rises up, you hear the worst sound ever. And you watch a platoon of troops dissolve under a spray of acid fired from black, scaled lips.
Not again. Not again.
All right, that is your turn. Muse, it's your turn. So you're up on the top landing, looking down.
All right, so she's gonna get down to, let's say within 30 feet of this thing.
Absolutely. So you can run the long way and get 30 feet, or you can jump down and be immediately there.
I'm gonna run the long way and get there.
Okay, so you'll just be able to make it.
Perfect. And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna use Hexblade's Curse on this thing.
Okay.
And then as a full action, I'm going to make a ranged spell attack with Eldritch Blast.
Okay, so if you're right next to it, you'll be firing with disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Well, I wanted to get 30 feet to it.
30 feet. So you're already 30 feet from it directly above. You can get 15 feet from it at the landing.
Oh, okay. I'll get 15 feet at the
Sounds
landing.
good. All right, then make me an attack roll.
Okay,
So
here we go.
It did get up as its action to attack ZL, so you don't have disadvantage from it being prone. So go ahead.
Okay, here we go. That's going to be a oh, of course, my character sheet's buried here.
It's okay.
That's going to be a 18 to hit.
That's a hit. Roll me damage.
With 13 damage.
13 damage. How do you want to do it?
So she's gonna cut down to the landing. She's going to aim her. She's gonna point her warhammer at this thing, and it's just going to resonate with this crackling pinky purple energy, and just basically sends this bolt directly into this thing's head, and it's just gonna go poof and explode.
Nice. What'd you roll on your damage dice? Did you roll a 10?
I rolled a 10. No,
Okay.
I rolled a. I didn't roll a 10. I rolled a 7.
Okay.
And then I added. It's spellcasting ability you add to these, right? To
No.
range spell attacks.
No, you don't add anything to damage unless you take a pact.
Okay, so in that case, that'd be 9 damage then.
9 damage. Okay. So you're going to blast through its shoulder and drop it to the ground. It looks like it still might be up. But you will still add that. So that was a 7 on the die? So 9
That was a
total.
7 on the die.
Cool.
Nine total because the.
You know what? It's going to collapse to the ground. You're pretty sure it's dead. Yep.
All right, sounds good.
It might have an ability that allows it to play dead perfectly, because this isn't worth it. All right, so you blast through it. You're feeling really good about that. The doors are directly ahead of you and are swinging open a couple of inches. I'm going to take us out of initiative at this point. Ziel, you are still slightly paralyzed. What do you all do? Ziel is just frozen in place.
I sent you a private message on Zoom, Kelly.
One moment. Yes, you did. So that was... We haven't actually tested that mechanic yet.
Okay, cool. I was just wondering, darn, because I have less restoration, but I don't have the spell slots to do it.
Sorry.
So I could not paralyze Ziel. Aoden, I guess you have to pick him up and carry him.
All right, Eldon's just gonna come down and just like literally just scoop him up under one arm and just I'm gonna go rushing through that doorway.
Nice. All right, pushing through
Let's try
Quick note, Kelly, actually.
Yes.
Wait.
I was just reminded in chat about my invocations,
Yeah, so-
and I have an invocation that adds my charisma bonus to
Okay,
Eldritch
so
Blast
that's
damage
what I
as
was
well.
asking before, like which
Okay.
invocations you took. So, so if you
that'd be
do have
9
that one, then yeah, no, then
Yeah,
you
9,
did
10,
mulch him.
11, 12. Yeah, that would be 13 damage. Then.
That's he had 12. So then in that case, not only is he pretending to be dead, he might actually be dead. You're pretty sure he's actually dead. But you can't tell. This could be the this could be the I ruined the joke by taking too long to think of the actor's name, but you know who I'm thinking of.
That's okay.
You know, the one from There Will Be Blood. He's just such a method actor that he's actually
Daniel
dead.
Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis. This is the
Oh my
Daniel
God.
Day-Lewis of monsters. Okay. All right. Rushing out. All of you are going to push into the main floor. And it's at this point that you can see that there are a couple of ways to go. The main lobby is in front of you. A large square. The doors on one side to your right immediately will release out into the courtyard and escape, but the way is dark. There are very few lights inside of here. A few oil lamps on the walls flicker in the darkness. And as you rush through, you are going to see that there are several main areas. The admin area is directly in front of you. Shadows are long here. Are you trying to stealth through here?
Yes.
Yes.
I would like a group stealth check. Ziel, you are going to start to come back to your senses.
And
Where are
we'll put
we?
him down once he seems like he can
17.
kind of walk himself.
17?
Where'd that thing go?
It died.
Shh. Yeah.
Nice.
Uh, 18 for Aoden.
Ooh, good. Okay, Ziel will get a 5. And let's find out what... all right, 18, 18, 17, 5. Well, on a group stealth check, that is a pass.
Hooray.
Aiden, you make a bit of noise as you are like, what happened to that thing? And step down on some
No,
broken
it's-
glass. The lobby is a shambles. Everything has been rolled, destroyed. Parts of the furniture have been completely warped. A leather sofa that you remember sitting on to watch the birds outside has begun to fuse with the ground. A heartbeat piercing through the membrane of its skin. The leather has come back to life. The ceiling itself is ropey, covered with veins and bulges. The admin wing is directly ahead of you. And by some miracle, you manage to creep over to it. As you do, though, those of you with a perception score of 16 or higher will notice that there are 2 rooms over in the administration side of the the eastern wall. There is the administration room, and beyond it, the security office. But you also see a light, a soft, bare light, coming from a room nearby. Not one that you've ever seen before. But any of you that speak Elven will see that it says medical storage and then again in common beneath that. A light is glowing from inside. And those of you with perception 16 or higher can hear what sounds like someone trying to rustle through things. Fairly stealthy, but not as stealthy as they could be. Which way do you go?
Aoden's going to kind of raise a finger up to his lips and then kind of tap on his ear and then point at the glowing door.
Once it's pointed out to you, you'll all be able to see and hear what he's talking about.
Aoden's going to point past towards the security office.
Oriana will nod her head in agreement.
Same.
Okay.
I think Aoden's going to try to creep past, heading for the security.
Okay.
Can we make a perception roll as we're like walking past the admin to see if we can actively try and perceive?
Yes, you may. Go ahead, give me a perception roll.
Oh, nice.
What'd you get?
21.
21?
22 for me.
Ooh, nice.
9 for me.
Nice. So not
Sorry,
with
what am I-
9, you're not going to hear much. What'd you say, Cal?
Sorry, what am I rolling? Oh,
You're rolling perception if you're trying to listen.
yes. Yeah, 15.
Nice. And Muse, what are you doing?
She got a 10.
Okay, so listening around, you're not going to hear much, but that's not going to deter you. All you have to do is move inside of that room, and then the security office will be right there. Listening, you hear the sound of roaring outside. No, up in... It's not roaring, it's screaming. In the floor above you, near the operating suites and the western rooms. Or the eastern rooms, I keep doing that, sorry. With those of you with perceptions of 20 or more, will see that several potted plants nearby in the administration room, hugging the walls, are still bound inside of their large vases. But eyeballs have begun to grow inside of flower petals and look at you. And roots, like fingers, begin to crawl out of the pot. Best to avoid those. And in fact, Muse is quite near to touching one.
Yes, don't touch the flowers. I have it nice.
Actually, Aoden's going to try something. He's actually going to mutter in Druidic, like, please, we don't mean you any harm. And as a Furbolg, I can actually talk to plants, so if there's still plants, they will understand me. They can't say anything back, but...
Oh, they can't say anything back?
Unless they grew mouths as well.
Oh, yeah, sorry, like, I don't have any way of... They can understand
You know
me, but I can't understand them.
One moment, please. Oh. Oh, this is bad. Not for you, necessarily. Nope, I searched Furball just to check something real quick, and it pulled up Fireball. So you can tell what I spend my time doing.
I cast fireball.
As you reach down, or as you speak down to it, you are going to hear a little bit of Elvish. It hurts. Is this pain? It questions you.
Yes, this is pain.
All of you who speak Elven are going to be able to hear this.
There's a body off that way. You'll point back towards the corpse that...
Make me a persuasion roll.
Wow.
Please go eat something
19
else.
on the die.
Okay.
This die
You
is
are going
hot.
to hear the sound of cracking And these vases, these large flower pots that are nearly 2 feet tall, are going to suddenly seam with a crack. And these roots, like 4-foot-long fingers, are going to start dragging the cracked flower pot across the floor toward the direction you gestured. The eye stalks are going to kind of pivot and look that direction. And they're gonna head out into the hallway and start heading toward the stairwell.
What the fuck did you just say to those plants, Erden?
Hungry, so I gave them the corpse that we just killed.
Oh,
Let's move on.
yeah.
All right.
You see? Some creatures just need a better option. Let's get into that security office.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Pushing down the
Musical office
hallway.
would be nice though, but
You can see an office that says security on the side of it, on the side of the door. It has a large lock on it.
Like a padlock or like an actual door?
Like an actual lock built into the door. A deadbolt as
yeah.
well as a door lock.
do you have any of those keys? They might get in.
I can try, but I don't think any of these will work.
I know, but
I mean, we can always try brute force if that doesn't do it.
we're trying not to make as much noise as possible.
Still have my fire spirit.
Be able
Yep.
to try the keys just to see.
You will try. James, you need to be able to see where you're going for the fire spirit, and the door is completely solid steel.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna try to look through the hole. If there's no hole, I can't do anything.
It's basically like a deadbolt, so you're not gonna. It's like a very finely crafted lock.
Okay. It was worth a try.
Yep. Sorry, they did prepare for that one on this one. Mwah.
No, that's fair.
But that's been really helpful everywhere else.
Yeah,
Right?
that thing is super useful.
It's OP.
I gotta not let it die. I only get 2 shots of it.
Okay. The keys do not work. You could try to search the office or go look for a security officer who might have the keys.
Search around the office.
Okay. Give me an investigation roll to kind of quickly search the office.
Natural 20! Plus 3.
Nice.
Okay. A natural 20 is not always success, but this time it is. Looking around, you are going to find one of the plants in the corner, one of the ones that did not leave. It looks almost like a trumpet flower, the giant what's the word? Like trumpet bell petals. And when I say giant, I mean the size of a goblet. And sticking out of one is a slim, feminine, gray-skinned hand. Probably maybe a female half-orc. And it is slowly sucking the hand from about the mid-arm into this trumpet-shaped, like buttercup mouth of it. And you see that there's a ring of keys in the hand.
Hey, Hayden, could you ask that plant if we can take the ring of keys off of the hand without it trying to kill us?
I can try. Hello, plant. You'll Aiden will basically venture forward, trying to speak out in Druidic.
It seems to ignore you.
Just reach and grab it.
And Muse will reach for it.
Okay, I want you to make me a sleight of hand roll.
Okay, coming up.
This is going to be against the plant's insight.
That's a 17 on the roll, so 21.
21. All right. It pulls the hand up and the keychain dangles in the air back and forth, back and forth. You think it might notice the weight. Do you just take the keys or do you try to Indiana Jones it?
I'm going to try and Indiana Jones it.
What do you replace it with? What do you think around here is about the weight of a key? It's an
Oh,
office room.
Is there like a name plaque on the desk?
There is.
something?
There's a name plaque that reads, It reads Polly Bridges.
I'm gonna swipe that. That looks about the same weight, right?
Okay.
And then
Okay. It is the same weight.
she's gonna try a swap.
Okay. The nameplate slides in, and the plant continues sucking on the arm like it's a bit of linguine. Blood is dribbling down the fingers onto the floor with a steady but you have the keys in your hand. And luckily, this plant does not appear to have ears. The other one did. Unfortunately, this one has not grown it yet, but hey, not all plants are created equal underneath
Fair.
the moon.
So she's gonna go up and unlock the security office.
Okay. Unlocking the security office, you will see that it's a large room full of, it's basically a small armory. Down the center of the room is a shelf that contains the generic use clubs and basic chainmail armor that most of the guards wear. But along the walls on the left and the right are various cubbies that have tags attached to them. People who are staying here at the moment have their belongings sealed away. And you happen to have the keys to open these cabinets as well.
Gonna rummage the cabinets.
Sure. And if are you just gonna open as many as you can and let people search?
Basically.
Okay. Everybody, make me an investigation roll. You can easily find your own name tag, and will be able to acquire your own original equipment.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay, my crap!
16 for investigation as well.
I'm gonna use my desperation again.
Dirty 20.
I'm gonna use my desperation too.
Nice.
Okay, sounds good. So
I'll
that's a
add mine as
D3.
well.
All right.
I may as well.
Okay.
13 for myself.
So is that everybody using it?
No,
Okay. Sorry, Sherry. I'll give you
No.
yours back.
thank you.
So 13 for
I
me
got
as
a
well.
dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Oh, beautiful.
Dirty 20.
Okay, let's see what fun stuff the adventurers that have checked in here have found. Okay.
A brand new toothbrush.
Well, you'll find a toothbrush for sure.
Oh, great.
But you could have gotten that from the front desk.
That's true.
I'll back up to a nice, comfortable 16 AC.
All right, looking around the room, you are going to find a few things. Starting up, everybody put your investigation results in the chat. All right, so starting with Aiden. Aiden, you are going to find that on top of your own equipment, you are going to find there are a pair of canteens that look like they're full of spring water and still fresh. It's a nice start. You'll also find a tinderbox, and not that you need it, and you will find a backpack full of camping equipment. It's a good start. So that will have, basically you'll find an explorer's pack.
All right, I'll sling that over on top of my own.
Okay, going up the scale, Ziel, looking around, you are also going to find that this basic armory has any martial weapon that you could look for. Like, that, just basic ones, like longbows, swords, shields, etc. Looking around, you are also going to be able to find, one moment please, that there is, you are going to find a small package as you are looking around. It looks like rations. Soldier rations for people who are out on shifts. It is a pack of beads of nourishment.
What was it?
Beads of nourishment. Basically, it's like a small Tic Tac container full of 1d6 beads. Each one gives you a full meal, I believe, or a day's worth of food. Let me double check. 1 day of rations. And that one, roll me a d6, and that's how many you have in there. What'd you
Hey,
get?
you cut out what?
Roll me a d6 and tell me what you get.
D6. Okay. 1.
Okay, so you will have 2 beads of nourishment inside of there. Thorena, looking around, you are going to check through some of the things and quickly are going to find a cleansing stone, a magical stone that allows you to... it's basically like soapless soap.
Okay.
It does the work of prestidigitation on anything you touch it to. And can also, in theory, be used to disinfect wounds.
Cool. Does it have any charges, uses?
It is... I do not believe so. Let me just double check because it does not say on my online database. So pardon me 1 second.
Yeah, no worries.
Wish I had a page number for these. There we go. Is that the classes or is it after? Pardon me 1 second, folks, as I double check this. Background classes, group adventures, building adventures, treasures, 275. Cool. This is the wrong side of the book. Okay, so cleansing stone, 1 foot in a sphere 1 foot in diameter. So you have a frisbee with magic sigils. When touching the stone, you can use an action to activate and remove dirt and grime from garments and your person. So you will have that.
Okay, cool.
Okay, then, as you are looking around, next, Muse. You are going to find... Let's see, that is going to be... That is up here. Okay, so looking around, you are going to find... you're going to find a vial containing a glittering golden potion. There's nothing written on it, but can you do me a favor and roll me percentiles?
I'm gonna write up. That's gonna be 40, actually.
Ooh, nice.
I yeeted one of my die across the thing, but it landed
Okay.
perfectly on the pad.
Okay, so I have, so you have a gold potion in your hand.
Cool.
All right, and then finally, looking around with the incredibly high score, Sherry, you are going to push through some of the belongings and are going to look and find in one of the cabinets. You are going to find a small wooden worm. Make me an Arcana roll.
Okay. I have Arcana. Oops. 14.
Looking at this, you've seen these when you were studying at university. It's a brilliantly carved wooden worm made out of petrified wood. It's curved and roughly the same size as your ear. It's an earworm.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
If you attach this behind your ear, it'll fuse with the flesh and give you a couple of minor abilities.
Do I know what abilities?
It gives you access to a couple of spells, as well as the ability to speak, read, and write deep speech.
That sounds fascinating. Yes, slap that on.
So it will start to just slither into your skin and bond with you. It has 4 charges. You can cast while this is attuned to you. It cannot be removed while it is attuned unless it's cut off of you.
Ah.
And it has so you have 4 charges. You can cast the following spells by spending a number of charges. Detect Thoughts.
Ooh.
Costs 2 charges. Dissonant Whispers. 1 charge.
Dissonant Whispers?
Dissonant Whispers, the spell. Yeah. Both of them have spell save DC 15, independent of your own spell casting.
DC 15. Okay.
So, and if you need any help, just remind me it's an earworm. It's in the Eberron book. A version of it, at least. And with that,
Okay.
you have your equipment. You found a few little knickknacks and things. Are you doing anything else? Going to keep looking, or is it time to go?
Muse is gonna get changed into her armor.
Okay, not a problem at all.
Yeah.
So she's just gonna
Yeah, same.
just strip right there in the middle of the room, and start putting her armor on. She's got very pretty underwear that she puts on underneath.
What are underwear?
Diana's gonna put on this beautiful vestments underneath her plate armor that look very white and beautiful trim. It looks very, silken and opulent. Little, of course, they're a bit ruddy and dirty from travel, but and her shield with the Eye of Zonos.
Yeah. Aedan will Aedan's would probably be all like woven, probably leather and furs, woven together with some trinkets hanging off of them. He'll have a shield as well, but no one will know the symbolism on it. But it'll be all old and worn, and probably scarred with like fire, and kind of charred around the edges. But it'll have one of those almost Celtic knot kind of style patterns on it.
Theo put on this really dark chainmail that's plated towards the top. Has symbol of looks like a heart with waves with a sword in the middle of it. He has no idea what it means. Has a metal shield that has a 5-starred cross, and he has a longsword.
Nice. Your longsword has a couple of notches taken out of it from combat that need to be probably fixed up. This thing has seen some trouble. Are you grabbing anything else, or?
You'll find a couple of hand axes in there too. Then you'll put them behind him and put his black cloak over him.
Sounds good. If anybody wants to grab any additional just martial or simple weapons, they should be available here. So feel free to grab an extra dagger or two, or perhaps an offhanded sword.
Muse is going to grab a sword.
Yes.
And then I guess we're describing what it looked like. Muse's armor is it looks like a very, very finely made leather armor that fits beautifully and doesn't really look like it's that strong. It looks like it's more form over function at first glance. And that is emphasized by the fact that the last thing she does is cinch up the laces on the back, because she needs to have it corseted because she's freaking weird.
That's true.
And then she slaps a crossbow on her back and straps a sword onto her right side.
All right.
I guess is there enough like spears or anything like that around, or like that I could make a brace of javelins or anything like that?
You would have to make them out of things without metal tips.
That's fine. Like,
Yeah, you can make
just
you can make some throwing sticks.
sure, throwing six shall be.
It's cool. Yeah, you can absolutely do that real quick. Anybody else doing anything while they're all getting dressed and stuff? I mean, Sherry, you don't have to get dressed in anything. Do you want to do one more?
She's just gonna wear put her regular clothes on. She doesn't have armor. She's just got
Do you want to
regular
do
clothes
one
and
more
get her
investigation
stuff.
check while they're...
Yes, because
So while they're getting ready?
you never know if you find just something extra, random, special.
You never know.
Well, when you get an 8, it is a toothbrush.
You find a toothbrush. It looks... It has like a little bat at the bottom of the handle that's been carved into it. And in the same container, you will find something really cool. It's this strange medallion. It's a costume jewelry piece more than anything. But it looks like it's a red gem surrounded by this undulating flame. This 12-pointed sun. It kind of looks just like that, actually. It's a faux platinum. It's sterling silver, you can tell. Holy symbol of a god that you do not recognize.
But it's pretty.
It's pretty. It's probably worth about
pretty.
a gold, maybe.
But it's
common.
pretty.
Sure. Do you steal it?
Sure.
Okay.
They're probably not coming for it.
So you can write faux holy symbol of Ravenkind on your sheet.
Faux holy
Or Foley symbol.
A Foley symbol.
Yeah.
Like it.
And Kelly,
Yes.
you said any simple or martial weapons, correct?
Pretty
Okay.
much. Anything that would sensibly be in a guard station in a hospital.
Okay, perfect.
So
I'm
perhaps not...
assuming there's no. Would there be any medical kits that they would have on hand?
Not in... that you would be able to find a healer's kit inside of here, but that's it. Just a really basic
Okay.
healer's kit.
Sure. Yeah.
I see. I was wondering, like, specifically, like a rapier or a scimitar?
Scimitars, definitely.
Scimitars, okay, perfect.
Definitely. Rapiers, probably not as much here. Well, you know what? I'll roll a d20 to see how lucky you are. Nope, scimitar.
You're lucky. It could have been a toothbrush.
It could have been... It's a very sharp toothbrush.
It's a very sharp toothbrush.
All right. With that, you're all armored up. You've picked this place pretty clean. What do you do?
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Gotta make a break for it now.
Yeah.
Into the courtyard.
Into the courtyard. Let's go, I guess.
Hope those horses are still there.
I have
that car.
very, very small doubts.
As you sneak back through the administration wing, you head back out into the lobby and can hear the sound of crushing bone and tearing meat as the flowers that you sent in to take care of the body do their worst. As you do that, you hear a horrible, racking cough coming from that room. Off to the side, the medical supply room, the medical storage. Hello? Please. Please.
Let's go get him. Perhaps they can tell us more what's going on. Might just be another monstrosity, but
At the very least, we could put him out of his misery.
and we'll head for the door.
Now, the medical storage room is cold. The floor was white tile, marble. Now it's streaked with gore. In fact, the entire walk up to it is just a trail of gore and blood. Lying inside of the room, on one side of a drawn curtain, it looks like there are instruments spread all around on the other side of the curtain. You can see through the light that's shining there. Looks like it was set up as an impromptu surgical suite. Lying on the floor in front of it, eviscerated, barely holding himself together, you will recognize Dr. Duardenu. Please. Oh, God. It is you. I tried.
I'm so sorry, Doctor.
As he is speaking, you can see something in his guts is writhing.
Oh.
And then you realize that it's part of his tissue itself is swelling and fusing. I tried.
You did well. I will ease your passing and say a prayer for you for Zonos. And she's going to...
What's he trying to say?
You must get him
Who?
to Esper. Flynn, you must get him to Esper.
Where is he?
I did the best I could. Please.
What do you mean?
Please. The Countess will know what to do with him.
Where is he?
And you see something begin to rise through his throat on the inside of his mouth. As you say, where is he? He will sort of glance over his shoulder, but he flicks his eyes back up at you, Thorana, whatever you were planning to do.
She's going to hold her symbol, and she's going to take her dagger, and she's going to just end his suffering.
He will die before that thing manages to writhe out of his throat.
Yeah.
Zonos.
What do you all do?
Go back to where you looked and look for Flynn.
Pulling aside the curtain there, you will see that there is an impromptu operation. An operating table.
God.
There are 2 cloths drawn across a pair of tables, actually. One is about the size of Flynn. The other is smaller. About the size of a lantern. Do you pull the cloths aside?
Yeah.
The first is
Slowly.
you reveal Flynn's furry toes. The naked body has begun a transformation into a chitinous horror. It has no head. You see swift medical tools had cut through it, a sawbone taking it off at the clavicle. Something gurgles over your shoulder at the other, smaller table.
That's gonna be his head.
He'll continue pulling the cloth over.
As you do, you see Flynn's head. A crude alchemical device bolted to the bottom of his bare throat, pumping fluid up through the veins. He looks like he's asleep, but he is very much still alive, if you can call it that.
Good.
Nearby, you see that one of the medical cabinets, these huge safes, big enough for even your furbog to hide within, is wide open. And in it, you see 4 shelves lined with different vials, most of them broken, but a few of them intact. Industrial-grade syringes, like the ones that you are well acquainted with, lay about the room. And inside of this case, you find that there are vials of different color of elixir. Several different kinds.
We should take everything we can salvage.
they do to Flynn?
I don't know. But
They
it's
assume they want us to take his head?
they want what's inside of his brain that was dealing with the chemicals.
So they took it off at the head?
It's easier to transport, I guess.
They could have just asked him to walk.
Looking over, you see that his body was warped and corrupted. The creeping dread, just like with Darvis's hand.
It must
forgot I
have
said that.
happened quickly. See,
Alright.
he didn't look like that earlier.
Alright, there's nothing for it. Grab what you can out of there.
Yep, I'm going to. And Vina's just gonna take every single vial that's not broken and shove it into her bag.
Sounds good. I guess you have the bag, so I'll give you the following loot that you have.
Okay.
So, these elixirs work in various ways. However, because this is a hospital, they are listed what their rough use is. Except in one case. You have 9 basic elixirs that can be used to treat maladies. When your malady is active, you can suppress it with the use of an elixir. You have 9 doses. You have 5 doses that function as a curative. Cure light wounds. You have 2 doses for immediate emergency care. Cure moderate. You have 2 more doses that are a replenishing agent. These offer you a long rest in a vial. There is a note that the stronger dose of elixir you take, the purer the dose, the more dangerous it is to the immune system and to the body. Whenever you use an elixir, there will be a downside. And finally, there is one that is listed as 50 proof. Or probably not 50 proof, that would be 100%. Or something like that. There is basically a half and half, a Catholicon mixture. You're not sure what it does, but this, when you tip it, runs back and forth inside of its vial like slightly curdled cream. Whipping cream, thick and vibrant. Who knows what that will do. If you want to look around again to see if there are any more, you can go ahead and make me an investigation check. I only will accept 1 roll, but you can roll with advantage, whoever chooses to do it, if you help.
I'll have a look around.
Is anyone helping Muse?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I will assist.
Yep, we can assist.
Okay, so Muse, you will roll with advantage.
Ooh! That's a 19, 20, 21, 22.
Okay, so let's find what you find. Okay. Do me a favor. Roll me a d6. Tell me what you get.
6.
Cool. I'll spend it. Something good happens. You will find another dose of the Catholicon mixture, the 50%, as well as 2 additional basic elixirs, the malady cures.
Perfect.
Nice.
I've got that written down.
Okay. And these must be injected. They cannot be just drank. So you'll need to grab some syringes.
She will grab a pile of syringes as well.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sounds
Thorana
good.
will grab some syringes to.
They come in
shove in the
cases
bag.
too, so they won't get
Oh,
damaged.
nice. We can divvy these up when. Maybe it's better to do it now while we're still somewhat safe.
Especially if one of us or 2 of us don't make it out of here when we get outside.
All right. How do you divvy them up?
So for out of character, there's 11 total of the basic. So that's
Yes.
2 basic plus an extra.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know who wants that.
So there's enough for each of you to have a cure light wounds.
Yeah, so there's 2 basic malady ones, 1 light wounds, and then 2 moderate, and then 2 long rests, and then 2 of the weird shit.
Yeah, the Catholicon.
So basically, we could divvy it up that each one gets something special, and then there's 1 extra of that, and then 1 extra of the basic maladies that someone could carry.
Yep. You could totally do it that way.
Does anyone have a specific special one? I personally would like a long rest for myself.
I'd appreciate one of those too.
I will take one of the 50% ones.
Guess I'll take the other 50% one then.
Sure.
And then we all get 2 basic and 1 light wounds.
Sure.
Yep, and then, Kel, you'll get 1 moderate on top of that.
Sounds good.
There were 2
And then-
moderates.
Jesper was saying that she...
So where's the spare moderate going?
Well, but still trying to figure out, because there's going to be 1 basic left of the basic thing, and then 1 moderate that's left over that's not equal divvied up. So whoever wants to keep those in their bag
Okay.
could have that. Thorena would carry it as the cleric healer. She would happily carry those, but...
I think that makes the most sense.
Okay.
Yeah, either you or give it to Sherry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is anyone using any of them right now?
It's probably a good idea.
I'll use the light wounds one I got. I'm a little low.
Sounds good. Loading it up, you inject it into your veins. It burns slightly as it goes into you. 1 moment, please. Okay. You are going to heal 7 points of damage.
Nice.
And as you do, you are going to... As you inject that into you, you feel your skin begin to tingle slightly. It becomes very, very sensitive to the touch. You can feel vibrations shift in the air enough that you're going to take, for the rest of the night, disadvantage on perception rolls because everything feels so strongly.
Do we think we're going to get a long rest anytime soon? Because if not, I'm almost out of spells. I could take that.
I'd
Chance
say
of it here.
there's much a chance of those horses being alive at this rate.
We'll be safer once we get into the woods. We can find a place to quietly bed down.
Yes, I'm just wondering, debating if I take this long rest right now, the potion, the injection, or save it. I think I might. I have one spell slot left, and I've spared the dying cantrip, so hopefully I can bring you up if I don't go down.
I'm afraid my companion's about puttered. I won't be able to call him forth for a good long while.
Do you know what? I think we can bed down. I think let's just push. I'm going to save this for a more
Besides, you can
time.
take it if you need it.
I think I'll wait. I think I'll wait if it's more dire. If I get down in health, I can use this as a last resort. I think we should just run.
All right.
Well, I'll go grab Flynn's head.
Oh, I think I already got it.
Did you grab it? All right.
You have an explorer's back. You have room for an explorer. With that,
Does he actually look like he's like looking around? Like
he's
does
asleep
he
right
actually-
now. He's drugged up for sure.
Oh shit. Sorry, friend.
With that, you make your way out. Grabbing some keys off of the doctor, you're easily able to make it out one of the side doors and around to the front courtyard, where, against all odds, you see that there is a carriage waiting, having been pulled away by horses that were still tethered to it. The driver's nowhere to be seen, but a smear of blood on the ground says that something reached from above and, well, enjoyed them rather than the horses.
At least there's that.
Any of you familiar with driving carriages?
I have no idea.
I mean, I can drive a ship.
Ziel,
I can figure it out.
Yeah.
you actually think you can,
All right.
but those horses are pretty skittish.
I'm going to go have a word with them, try to calm them down.
Sure, give me an animal handling roll.
I get advantage on this. There we go. 21.
You calm them down. They're looking very skittish and wide-eyed at everything around here. And when you explain to them that you want to get the hell out of here too, they are very happy to do so.
So you'll kind of talk to them in Druidic and kind of pat them and give them a couple of kind of smooth pats to settle them down. All right, they're with us.
Let's go.
I think I can handle this then.
Okay.
Perfect.
Give me a driving check, please. That's going to be a dexterity check with proficiency. As you climb into the carriage, the inside of it is soft velvet. This is a noble's carriage. The wheels spin through the mud and manage to grip down. And as you begin to ride off, the clouds overhead, which were billowous, begin to part. You manage to pull away, racing through the tree line along the path that leads up to Highgarden. You rush and race, and behind you, the clouds part and that moon lingers overhead. Anyone who looks backward. Who is looking backward? Anyone?
Nope, not again.
Okay.
Lorena probably will.
Thorena, I need you to make me a wisdom save. Same with you.
Yep.
Okay.
Dale's
imagine
focused
Aiden's
on the road.
That sounds great.
Aiden's probably riding on the back of the carriage because I
Okay.
don't think I'll fit inside.
15.
15?
12.
12. All right. Okay, so, Aiden, as you look back, you are going to just be stunned by this creature in the sky. For as the moon looks down at you, it begins to bubble. And Thorena, you as well will find yourself stunned by this, as blackish brown against the bright halo behind it. The two regular moons of Ylos high in the sky behind it, as if avoiding its presence, giving it plenty of space in the night sky. These black-brown branches begin to puncture the smooth, pale flesh, extending out, forming a rack of immense antlers. And then you're into the tree line, racing along the path. Who knows how long you make it, for the time stretches out before you as you catch your breath. You race away from Highgarden at breakneck speed. What you know now is that you have to make it to Espoir, to the Contessa. You just have to keep surviving. And for once, things are going well. Until a sudden motion beneath Ziel catches his eye, and a disembodied hand that once belonged to your friend Darvis rises up and chokes him, causing him to swerve as the horses neigh. The carriage flips, rolls, and all is darkness. Until next time, which we will be back on next Tuesday. So, there you go, folks.
I knew it didn't have. I was like, this is ending too nicely. Something's gonna happen.
We can't end this. We can't end this good.
All right. So I would like, and guess what? I promised 46 or 45, and it is 46. That is damn good for me.
Yeah.
Especially because you were faffing around about magic items. Before we leave, I just want to say that you're going to get a long rest because you're going to be unconscious. The good thing with
Not the
horror
way
games,
we wanted it, though.
the good thing with horror games is I can always just dictate that you're unconscious because that's the way it works, right? I would like Robin, do me a favor and roll me a d20, please.
Oh boy. Oh.
Aha.
5.
5. Mm-hmm. Oh, roll me 2d12.
Okay.
No.
Can't. I'm pulling up the list. I want to see what.
Oh, this is what you're doing. Okay.
Where is the? That's the.
Yeah. Getting strong now.
Okay, come on.
14.
Holy crap. Okay, so that's that. And
Holy shit.
So, for those of you unaware, Robin is playing a new race I designed that has
right.
some modifications whenever they sleep after having a traumatic or emotional event. So, Robin will wake up slightly different tomorrow.
Yep.
Cool.
And
So
I rolled the weight too. I just rolled the 2d6s.
Oh, good. We will find that out at the beginning of next game when you all awaken.
Cool.
Folks, I want to thank you for tuning in. And players, I want to thank you for playing. Are you enjoying the horror game?
Yes.
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 Yes, absolutely.
Okay, next game will be a little more roleplay. I think you'll really like it. And
Cool.
I want to thank Solomon for being the one who designed whatever that thing is in the sky, as well as some other stuff for this game as one of my divine producers. I also want to thank my other divine producers, DM Michael Gray and Schulten, as well as my demonic patron, Bricarius, and my princes of the Patreon, Taryn and Buddy. If you want to join them, get shout-outs, and help influence the plot here in various ways, you can go to patreon.com/dorktales. If we hit 50 patrons, I'm going to do something absolutely crazy that you're going to love. And if I hit 100, I'm going to do something that will change the world forever. But in a positive way. Awesome. And we'll probably get you to spend a little bit of money, but for something really cool, I'm going to do something that you're going to want to buy. Just trust me. But hey, because, folks, if you like this game, please support it by throwing a couple bucks at patreon.com/dorktales. If you tip your server, you should tip your streamer. Because I don't have the funding that Netflix does, but I'm here just as often. I want to thank my players for being here for another night and for enjoying this. If you want to catch us, we are probably back tomorrow night with Vampire the Requiem. Just waiting to hear back. One of my players may have a certain illness. I'm just waiting to hear back about that. And if not, then we will just have a night off, and we will see you again on Saturday night for Mage the Ascension over on the Onyx Path. Come and join us. It's going to be a fantastic new game, and I think you're going to love it. And after that, we'll be back with Wild Beyond the Witchlight on Monday. So, folks, if you like what we do here, give us a follow, give us a sub, and leave us a comment, because I answer them, and I read them, and we love you. All right, that's going to be it from us. Good night, everybody.
Well,
All right, good night.
Bye.